When I'm traveling. When I'm traveling. When I'm traveling. Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack when I'm traveling. Seeking a place with young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right. Seeking a place with young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right. Seeking a place with young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right. Still watch what you say out your mouth, cause 50 shots still turn the gun out. I'm Mr. Hood when I'm traveling. When I'm traveling. When I'm traveling. When I'm traveling. Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack when I'm traveling. 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 Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack when I'm traveling. When I'm traveling. When I'm traveling. When I'm traveling. Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack when I'm traveling. 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 Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack when I'm traveling. Seeking a place with young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right. Seeking a place with young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right. Seeking a place with young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right. Still watch what you say out your mouth, cause 50 shots still turn the gun out. I'm Mr. Hood when I'm traveling. When I'm traveling. When I'm traveling. When I'm traveling. Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack when I'm traveling.
Direction, choose your own path.
You know this is the home of We Major, Me Frosty, Unfamous, and the restricted clothing brands. Let's get it.
The message is always in the cloth, the colors, the designs, the fit. Basic. Pay attention. Stay alert. And remember, choose your own path.
Direction, choose your own path.
Don't just wear anything. Wear garments that mean something. Like we got hats, we got sweatshirts, we got jackets. We even got hoodies. Let's not forget our classic tees. Direction, choose your own path.
The message is always in the cloth, the colors, the designs, the fit. Basic. Pay attention. Stay alert. And remember, choose your own path.
When I'm traveling. When I'm traveling, six-pack run when I'm traveling. When I'm traveling.
One of the fastest growing platforms on YouTube. Join the family
When I'm
today.
traveling.
This might be risky. Email us at thismightberisky@gmail.com if interested. Hashtag Indeed. Hashtag do the right thing.
When I'm traveling. When I'm traveling, six-pack run when I'm traveling. Seeking a place with young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right. Seeking a place with young free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right. Seeking a place with young free, and I got what
I was
it
already
takes
built.
to rock the mic right.
Hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on.
A few moments later.
I want to be straightforward, let y'all know we built it together. You know, we broke as hell, especially me.
I'm a bad bitch.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm a baddie.
I took his time out. He didn't have none. Trying to kneel it down. Look at his face. I'm a fierce competitor. He choked. I didn't.
Look at Chuck. Chuck said that shit lame, right, Chuck?
Chuck know what I mean with you.
Every girl in my math class I had to take, all of them were single moms around my age. I'm around 27. They're either my age or younger. No fathers, all single mothers. Seem like nice people, nice girls, but they fucked up from the start. And I don't know what you want me to do with that.
Damn. So what you was telling them, Gary? How you fend them off and all that?
You might have to change your middle name from Jebediah to Bitches. That's all I'm trying to say. No disrespect.
Yeah, you gotta play it off, man. You know, like some.
Okay.
Yeah, that's.
And Gary was slinging dick.
Yo, Gary, hold on, Gary. Was you fending them off or what? Keep it tall, Gary.
Gary was beating them bitches down.
No self-inflicted wounds. We're not doing that.
Yo, we here. You have to stand people in the building. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Miss Fantastic, what's poppin'?
Brother.
I thought you was traveling.
Yeah, I got back. Remember I told you I got back yesterday.
Oh, I thought you was going like Wednesday, like, you know what I mean, like straight into it.
No.
But you went Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay. Thursday. Yeah, that's my speed. Thursday to Sunday. Thursday to Monday. How was it?
It was dope, man. It was nice.
Yeah. Why you do that sinister smile every time I ask you
about your
week?
Sinister. They can't just smile.
Every time I ask you about your week.
Super villain.
Nah, beloved. Every time I ask you
happy. Damn.
Yo, every time I ask you about your weekend, you.
Hey man, listen.
It's like you trying. Hey. This how you look. Let me show you. Hold on. Let me show you. All right, so I'm you, right? All right, ask me how. Hold on, let me check this. Ask me how my weekend was. Hold on.
Hey, how was your weekend?
Hold on. Let me stop laughing. Let me stop laughing. All right.
Hey, how was your weekend, fam?
You see what I mean?
Nigga, you smiling like the Grinch, nigga. Like at least my shit instant, nigga. My shit instant. I ain't motherfucking, you know.
Yeah, man. That's what's up, man. So you Turks, right?
Yeah, man. Turks, man.
It was love though.
Yeah, it was cool, man. My suggestions are like, bro, they have the worst processing shit ever, nigga. That shit is not even third world country. It's like 10th world. It's like another universe.
Really?
Yeah, you get there, it takes like 45 minutes to get to the damn customs, right? I mean, get to like the passport shit, and then they tell you arrive 3 hours early because it's the same shit motherfucking going out. And you still gotta take your shoes off down there. And the motherfuckers made me throw away a whole canister of fucking protein.
So shoes is done. Shoes is done for us.
Done here, yeah. Shoes is done here regardless. So you gotta take all that way. That shit was, bro. TSA is one of the biggest finesses ever in life. You know how much you know how much shit they confiscate and sell. Like all the shit they get, they sell. Like they auction that shit off.
I know they do. Yeah. Like imagine how much. Like even something little like lotion and stuff. You know what I mean? Like you got the big bottle, or they say, "Oh, it's too heavy." Yeah. You know, I probably had to throw away or give away like probably 5 or 6, at least 6 or 7 colognes. You know, you bring your good shit.
Oh yeah, 3. Now, like I keep they're not getting that, bro. I that's why I keep like the little sample joints. Like because that happened to me one time only.
Yeah, it happened to me just not even thinking. You know, because you think you got the little bottle, but I made think about the ounces. And I'm like, oh, it's half empty. Well, then you get through.
No, we go by the bottle. We don't go by what's in it. We go by what it says. You piece of shit, bitch.
Yeah, they be wanting them things, man. You know what I'm saying? My wife just bought me some. I think it's Chanel Blue or something. It's definitely like a summer. You know what I mean? Do y'all switch it up? Like summer, winter, like smells and all that?
Me, yes and no. I really like more like the amber shit and the more fall smells. You know that all that what's name shit is really good. Like the Middle Eastern smells, those are real good, man.
Yeah, that is ironic, honey, isn't it?
Yo, chill. Yeah,
that is ironic, bro.
Oh God.
They be smelling.
Yeah, ooze. Shout out, the ooze smell. Them shit be good as shit. Brothers, hey man, don't, because this shit expensive as shit. So you got Baccarat. That Baccarat Rouge shit is overrated. That Baccarat Rouge is trash. Don't get motherfucking Rouge. Get Grand Swore, bro. Baccarat Grand Swore, and just get like the little tester shit. It's like $200. If you got enough shoes and cologne should be like what's name, bro? You learn this shit. You get enough of both, you never gonna use the shit up, right? You never gonna wear your shoes out if you got a whole bunch of shoes, right?
Yeah.
I mean, on average, if you got a 20 shoe rotation, all your shit gonna always look brand new as long as you don't do no wild crazy shit. Same thing with colognes, bro. If you get 15 good bottles of cologne, bro, they gonna compliment you on you always smelling good because we'll always be different, and you don't gotta buy the big bottle. Cause I fucked up twice, Hamp. I bought the fucking the Louis Vuitton shit, the big joint.
Yeah.
That shit was like $400-$500. Never do that shit again. And then what was the other one? The other one was I don't even know what it was, but it was like $300-$400 for a fucking bottle of cologne, man. Never again.
Yeah, I think I probably spent like $120, $150 maybe. Cause I usually get like the mid-size, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I learned that lesson quick.
And I always forget. I actually, you know what? I ruined my cologne too, keeping it in the car because you know it's so hot.
Yeah. Don't do that.
But I just be forgetting. You know, you ripping and running. You know what I'm saying? And then so I just told the fellas, if your girl buy you the everyday toilet, she don't like you that much.
Yeah, that's cheap shit.
Yeah, I think y'all be coming up when y'all run the Marshalls and all that. Now, I've forgotten my cologne before, ran the Marshalls, boom, then went to the club. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you get the little Burberry touch joint for
something better than nothing. Yeah.
But yeah, if she, fellas, listen to me close, man. If she getting you the toilet shit, bro, she buying somebody else the parfum. I shouldn't have said that. I ain't mean that like that. My fault. Fellas. I'm feeling good, bro. I'm about to we about to be in DC. Like, I almost switched my flight to Wednesday, but I'm like, nah, let me chill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we land, man. We getting it popping. I'm gonna bring my gloves. I got the 12-ounce gloves for the fellas. You know, should be a good time on Thursday for sure, man. The after party for that shit gonna be dope. Have a good time, man. Damn, that's what's up, man. Turks, man. I'm trying to think, cause my wife turned. How old she turned? 35, I think. And then I hit the big 40. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to. We was gonna go to a crowd, but I'm about to DJ there, I think. So I don't want to run it and then run it back. You know what I mean? Like I'd be annoyed if I end up doing the DJ thing.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? So we doing good, man. We feeling good. Salute to everybody in the chat. Let me see you in the chat real quick. Salute to the 100 people in the building. I don't know. Aaron blessed us with this topic in particular. I feel, and I'm saying feel, like we've looked at different things about the nature of people. There was a clip that Aaron sent me, and then I saw it, and then salute to Sauce. She sent it to me. That shit is like, yo, the nature is something we gotta explore. Great T was popping, rock solid in the building. What's goody, my boy? My sound good, right? Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Mel, you already know. Aaron, Shalom, I saw it in the building. Salute. D in the building was popping. Lee in the building was goody, my G. Shout out to Lee, man. He been working out. He been getting it popping, man. You know what I mean? Lee, and I mean, he ain't asked for this, but he started out on the bench. His bench last 4 months increased by like 40 pounds. You know what I'm saying? That means you really working. Also getting used to it too. You know what I mean? If you're not used to bench pressing, your body got to get acclimated and shit. But Lee been working out, man. So the reason I want to highlight that, because we haven't been to workout in a little while. But it's still important, man. Fish in was good. Almond Eyes in the building. UFO, I see you. What's goody, my boy? Appreciate you. Hit the like button. Nightbot behaving. That's always a blessing. Vet Life, what up, my G? Salute the Vet Life in the building. Impress was popping. Impress putting in work as always. My sis in the building. Joel was goody. J Mont was goody. Nas, what's up, my boy? Hope all is well. Hope everything's everything. We got a Discord too, man. Somebody dropped the link. Homeboy, Shalom, Bino in the building. SPS, salute to the brothers over there, man. Hit the like button. Please go like, share, and subscribe. Tiff was goody. Quincy in the building. My brother Foe in the building. Cal Lee was popping. Salute, man. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Mr. Villa, I see you. What's goody? Rebecca, good morning. Hakeem. 10 hours. Well, damn, DJ Hant, from the title, I already can tell you woke up this morning and chose a war. Mr. Fantastic and Big Aaron, don't hold back no punches and let the bodies hit the floor. Dre, what's up? My youth. Champion feminist in the building. What's popping, Keith? Brandon was goody, man. Hit the like button. Shiesty was good. Shiesty on time. Okay. Yep, Ms. Davila was on it, man. She already knew. See, that's a good sign, man. CD was popping. Good to see you, man. Hope all is well, man. O'Shea was popping. Curtis in the building. Salute my brother. My brother James putting in work, of course. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Let me see. Micro perfume. Mahogany was goody. Good to see you, man. Yeah, hit the like button. We got 120 people in here. The like should match the viewership, man. E-Dub in the building. Salute. Let's get it, man. Yeah, DC is it, so I don't think they know what movie I'm referencing when I say that. But it's, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. UT, what up? Hey, man. Shad told me to tell you to bring your bowling shoes, man. Mr. Fantastic, they said bring your sneakers. I'm working on an inside gym, so y'all don't have no back problems and all that. Friday morning, 10 o'clock. You got the whole day to chill before we get it popping. You know what I mean? No excuses, goddamn it. You know. And I noticed y'all got me when I was handicapped. You know that, right, Mr. Fantastic?
Oh yeah, you was coming off the surgery, right?
Yeah, but now, and I'm filing, and we call our own file, so you know how that go. You know what I'm saying? Bravo Tech.
Wow.
Good to see you. Said in here, DC in 3 days. Pound support. Salute to OG Bravo Tech in the building, man. It's gonna be an awesome weekend upcoming for the first 20 ball of the day. Didn't fit. Stack. I don't know what those are. Jordans.
What
coming out? These are undefeated fours.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Shout out to him. I gotta set my alarm.
Black America was goody. Shab, what up? Miss Jilly was good. Shan in the building. What's popping? Good to see you, man. UT, Nightbow. Okay. Nah, man, my shit is getting it, man. I couldn't even like shoot no jumpers and none of that shit. So I feel better, man, for sure. Like I can play everything, nigga. I can learn it. You know what I mean? Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps. Wow. Yo, Aaron, when you mentioned the
you can play golf?
No, I never played golf before. I went to the putt though. I did well. You know what I mean?
I'll bring my club.
Hey, Aaron, check the private chat. Yo, what's goody? I'd shoot jumpers, bro. I'm telling you. I'm bringing my brother so he could follow Mr. Fantastic like last time. We got a game plan, man. That's the game plan. Huh? Yeah, no. For this, or are you saying generally, Aaron?
Both.
Okay. All right. We got to get into this diabolical shit, man. This, hold on. I have to show y'all this, though. Hold on. This is less serious, and then the show will get a little bit more serious in terms of what we're going to talk about. Let me see if I can find this shit real quick, though. This is the, hold on. Let me see. I got to find this shit. Hold on. Damn. Let me see. All right. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Aaron, so you were talking to me about shadow working, some of your findings, right? When we mined through it last week. Did you want to expound on that?
Yes. While I'm talking, I'll pull up some pages here. So I looked into it, and it was pretty much a process developed by Carl Jung and Sigmund Freud. I mean, we all kind of have an idea of Sigmund Freud, but Carl Jung was also a known and avid occultist.
Okay.
You don't know what the occult is? Check it out, look it up. It deals with the esoteric, spiritual, side of things, specifically like darkness. But the whole idea of shadow work, the shadow that they're referring to is parts of us from our previous selves that we have repressed or shut away. And what they're suggesting by doing shadow work is that we rediscover, reintroduce ourselves to those parts of us that were repressed and reincorporate them into the personality that we are using today. Here, let me get some actual. All right, let's see. AI says shadow work is a therapeutic practice focused on exploring the unconscious aspects of self, acknowledging these hidden parts. Let's see, promotes self-awareness, personal growth. Here, let me get a website that's more legit.
So what? So is it okay? Well, let me listen.
What were you saying?
No, go ahead.
All right, let's see. Cleveland Clinic. I don't like that. So I'm gonna try to share this. Let's see what we can do. All right.
So
showing up?
Yes.
All right. Why is it showing up as a blank damn page? Is it blank?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. All right.
What source you trying to pull?
It says health.clevelandclinic.org. Cleveland Clinic Health Essentials. I mean, there's others. I don't know who finds it. Let's see. All right. Yeah, man. I was prepared for the other topics, not this one, but we'll get it together. All right. Psychology Today. All right. Try this one. Let's see if this works. Can you see that?
Yes.
All right. So to understand what shadow work is, we must define the shadow. The Swiss psychologist Carl Jung, who was perhaps Sigmund Freud's most famous trainee, described the shadow as the repressed parts of ourselves, the parts that we find unpleasant or cannot tolerate acknowledging. The shadow consists of aspects of ourselves that contradict our characteristics that we do like and want to be recognized for. When we recognize our shadow sides coming up, we try to avoid acknowledging these parts at all costs. We see other people demonstrating our shadow traits. We may have strong negative reactions because we do not want to be associated with those traits, one, and two, we may resent other people who get to express those sides of themselves. Let's see. Offers a compelling image of each of us dragging a big, heavy bag containing all of our shadows behind us. We filled that bag in our childhood and in adulthood. Bad relationships. Second, let's see. I'm trying to find. There was a piece of literature that spoke to like things that we repress out of moral convictions, right? And it said something about like religion having control of the parts that we repress, and that, which is why it's called the shadow. It's like a dark, it's like the dark side of us, and they're saying that it suggested that it be brought forth and reincorporated into who we are in the here and now. Give me some time to find the exact literature that I read. I had not saved it, but it's not going to take me long. It didn't take me long to find it to begin with. So what do we know about Carl Jung anyway? I think we should start there because he's the guy that kind of pioneered this.
Are you asking what we personally know, or are you just saying in general?
Well, both. I mean, yeah. What do you? Do either of you know about Carl
I know.
Jung?
Yeah. I've heard. I'm familiar with Jung. He was a major part. Him and Freud, like probably two of the major contributors to Western psychology, so on and so forth.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Wait. I think this is better. Let me share this. Boom. Nope. Okay. All right. Let me know if you can see this. You can see it?
Yeah. Come on, Aaron. Cook this up, man. Look at this shit.
Do what?
Cook it up so we can understand it.
Oh, I'm trying to get to the exact part. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of fluff. So in recent years, I've come to acknowledge how my anger and my own needs were often banished into the shadows, into what some psychologists and therapists would call a shadow self. Inside and outside of therapy, I've encountered and tried to befriend these shadowy parts of myself. Damn, come on. I've been doing shadow work, and if shadow work interests you, we're going to learn. See, this is the kind of shit that I'm trying to avoid. First, define the shadow. Let's see. Trying to avoid acknowledging these parts at all costs. You just read this already. All right. So shadows are more easily identified by other people, and conflict is likely to result when one person remarks on the shadow side of another person. Knowing what the shadow is, what then is shadow work? Shadow work is the unification of who we consciously are with the parts of ourselves that we repress. It is the integration of the bad and the ugly with the good so that we become complete beings. This is no easy task. Each of us form our shadow side in childhood when we recognize that certain traits we have are pleasing to adults and get us what we want, while other personality traits seem to get us in trouble. Over time, with reinforcement from caregivers, peers, teachers, we learn to present sides of ourselves that other people seem to like while relegating the other sides to the shadow. Let's see. Generosity, identifying.
Man, this shit trash.
Well, you gotta let me know that we're gonna get into this.
Yeah, that's what I was asking though. But that's why I say you want to do it now, or you want to do like what?
Well,
what are we trying to like?
Let's go to this. The original topic.
All right, God, this shit. Whoever that nigga is, I don't know what the fuck his method was, but right now I don't fuck with it. Whatever it is, that shit. Try it. All right. So look at this, right? Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. So the T app, right? So we was talking about the T app on Friday, me and Cheeky, and then we went into it, right? So one of my mans, he posted that he made the T app, but it's not the same, right? The double standards exist, and this type of shit backfires, right? He doesn't have the same reaction that the women were having at all because of what they were saying, because of what they tried to shame him with, backfire, right? Let me show y'all this. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Now, he made the T app, right? And this is his reply.
It's official. I have made the T app, and I have 14 red flags. And I got a lot of hoes, a secret girlfriend, and I'm really good at sex. Really, really good at sex, apparently. So, with that being said, thank you for making me a celebrity. Yet again, the T app is unserious. Buki 910, 919, whoever you are, I know who you might be. But either way, nonetheless, thank you, ladies. My book is dropping soon. I hope you all buy a copy. And another thing, just because a man takes you on a nice date don't mean he want to take you serious. Just because he don't take you on a nice date also don't mean he don't want to take you serious. It's all about who you are, ladies. And who you are is indicative of what you bring out of someone else. Never forget it. And another thing, whoever said I still call her for sex, your ass is lying. Because I don't even live over there where you be at. I'm going to call you for sex, baby girl. Be honest. You wish I would, though. And this is the last thing I'm going to say about this for the next 5 minutes. Whoever the young lady who posted me, please don't ever text me, call me, Instagram me, Facebook me, DM me, chat me, wave at me, speak to me, look at me. I don't need your attention, baby. or the attention that you bring, because you are a foe, an unnecessary enemy and distraction, sent on earth from the devil, and the police deserve to be called on you.
We had a saying where, you know,
This is the response from a lot of the dudes who make the app. This is not men's first rodeo with something like this. There's been group me. Check. There was a group me where women was posting men in it to say, "Hey, do you know this dude?" There was open Facebook groups about, are we dating the same man? This is a men's first rodeo with this type of shit, right? And like expat said, this is public more PR.
You muting again.
I don't know why, because they said he's really good at sex. what does that do to his stock?
It skyrockets.
It skyrockets, right? And I just don't know if they thoroughly understood this. And the backlash with the women are getting for having the same behaviors as men is not the same thing. It doesn't matter how much you say it, how much you call him out his name in terms of a promiscuous name. It doesn't hit the same. Women don't care.
They actually prefer, like you said, again, women want men that other women want. And that's the crazy thing about it. And I was going to talk about this later. The 80-20 rule has been confirmed. How the hell does one guy get 200 whatever? I forget where he was, but some dude had say he got 200 some red flags. So if we go to the account of, even let's say it's you know, a lot of them were bullshit, that's still over 100 women that a nigga has dealt with in the area. The same women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now let's if we did that over a 10-year span, that's 10 women per year. But we know it's a lot less than that. So just imagine. That's why I tell y'all all the time, they love you niggas is incel. Y'all ain't getting no pussy. Who? Niggas? Stop it. I know how to eat, man. Pussy easy to get in water out here.
And that's my man's, right? And I'm telling you, even like the lie, right? He don't even live in the same place. They don't even live in proximity, not even close, right? Literally just talking. You know what I'm saying? But that's the response. I just wanted y'all to see his reaction to being posted. He ain't crying. He ain't feeling no type of way. He don't care, and neither do the women messing with him. Curtis with the $5 says, so the T app is basically advertising for super niggas. Hell yeah. A fact. Especially one of the chicks say he really good at sex. Nigga, that's a dub. That's a dub.
This is definitely gotta find what
If women admittedly prefer men that are thug adjacent, men who are thug adjacent would also perpetuate a lot of the behaviors that this T app is supposed to expose, would they not?
Yeah.
Ergo, the T app is hunting grounds.
Yeah, it's proof of women wanting the same men they complain about in real life. It's proof positive of it, because all these men are also negative and they have multiple negative interactions with all these women, and let's say we know the majority of these men for the most part are having sex with these women. That's why they're making these things, because a lot of these women are scorned because the man, you know, he didn't quit it, as you say, right? So that's all this is, man. And women never understand. That's why I say men understand women a whole lot better than women understand men, and women never really care to understand men. They just want to get what they can get from men.
Yeah. They're not required to understand us. We're the pursuers. Yeah. We got to understand what, you know what I mean? But I mean, if there's a population of women out there that are drawn to controversy and drama and all that, wouldn't these be the same women that are posting to this site? I mean, I don't see women that aren't drawn to controversy even being involved in this.
Y'all know they got hacked, right?
Yeah.
So Aaron, No disrespect, brother, but a lot of them looking like you, bald and all, beard, everything. You got a couple of twin sisters on the tee out, brother. These women, most of these women are very, very unattractive, and what like Hamp say, 350 to get busy type shit, right? And these are the typical women that complain about men. These are the women that get used for sex and sex only, and then they're mad because they can't do anything about that being their lot in life. That's their limit. Maybe you know what I mean? You a nut and that's it. Sorry. You know what I mean?
So the bulk of these women, you mean to tell me, are not desirable and don't have much going on in their lives? Say it ain't so.
Femcells, Aaron. And that's everybody talk about the incels, nobody talk about the femcells. A femcell is 10 times worse than an incel. A woman with a vagina that can't get what she wants is 1,000 times worse than any man.
So one time we had a show about that. I said femcell is involuntarily single.
Yes.
Because the sex part is a non-starter.
Yeah. Oh, they fucking. Bitch, okay, niggas, like I said, what you say? You put a pussy on a light pole, nigga been out there all day. Bitch, they ain't saying nothing. That's why I say that shit is cope, Hamp, and it's cope and it's cap when they say, oh, well, we're being justified by sexual access. Bitch, no, you not. You know what it is. That's why y'all so bitter and angry.
Yeah, that's one thing I need to continue to mine out in my head, like, because it seems like there's a level of delusion because of sexual access, but also, right, and this is like cognitive dissonance, I don't believe that they don't want to get married, like they be trying to act like they say they don't.
Damn, they can't. They know they can't. It's like if I go to oh man, you don't need no Lamborghini. Nigga, you can't afford a Lamborghini. So of course you're gonna talk down on it. That's people that can't do certain things, but automatically gonna be haters.
I seen
that's
that.
why I say so you know, when these women talk about, oh, I was engaged and I was just was okay, you missed your window. You missed the Lord sent you the motherfucking ram in the bush. The Lord sent the boat when you're in the middle of the ocean, and you must say, no, I'm waiting for the Lord. Bitch, he already sent it. Now you're stranded. It's too late, and it's never gonna happen again.
Yo, Rich, I've experienced that, right? So I experienced it in a much lower level. Clothing and shit, bro. So I got these shoes, right? All they do is hate on the shoes, right?
The butterfly shoes?
Yeah. And then
rightfully so, by the way, but go ahead.
Yeah, all right. And then they say, I would never pay that much. Nigga, that ain't the reason. Nigga, don't bring that up, motherfucker. Just say you don't even like them, all right? We could be cool on that. Right? I'd be wanting to say, motherfucker, you can't pay, but I reserve it. I usually, don't respond like that. But I be seeing that shit happening. Why would you drive a Lamborghini? Why do Aaron got a Corvette?
Porsche. Oh, he got offended. He got a Porsche. Don't fuck it up.
I thought it was the same thing.
Look, he gotta leave now. He gotta have a drink. But no, man. That's what I'm saying. Hamp. That's what I'm saying. Hamp. People, it's a defense mechanism. Hamp. I forget who was saying this, but it was a psychologist. He was talking about it. People are offended by intelligence, right? And people can clearly. That's why the 48 Laws of Power tells you always play the dummy, play the sucker, because people can sense just naturally when a person is, more talented or more inclined to something. And intelligence is one of those things to where it's dangerous, because a person that knows more than you know what I'm saying? Your body automatically kicks in like, whoa, I gotta be careful with this motherfucker, because So once you understand that shit, people are quick to be dismissive and make up all these defense mechanisms for their own sanity, for their own safety, to where it justifies them being inept.
That's interesting. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Aaron with the 2000 shadow work becoming one with the demons you suppress. Demetrius was good. Wow. Salute for the $10 donation. We need to hit the goal. Curtis with the $5. Oh, I read this one. And with the $2 says T-App is a super nigga rating game. I don't know what the $2 says. Porsche. Is that how you say it? You on mute.
Or it's kind of sort of, yeah. Porsche. Yeah. It's not it's E-H.
Porsche?
No, not A-Y. Porsche.
Porsche?
Yeah. Can you say thank you in German? Danke. Danke schön. It's Porsche.
Okay, Porsche.
Yeah, that works. That works. Just don't say Porsche.
Porsche. Okay.
Porsche. Yeah.
Make sure I hit the like button, man. I think that T-App potential like understanding and wake up call about how nobody sees sex the same way, depending on the gender. Hopefully that's put into fruition in terms of understanding, right? Because this is one of the biggest things that they literally got to see in real time, how nobody looks at it the same, including women in real time, right? So hopefully that's the wake up call in terms of the conduct. We shall see, man. Now, speaking of conduct, man. So, Aaron, when you brought this up, what conjured this thought? Women are inherently evil. Men are inherently violent. I understand that we had conversations regarding the disposition of each gender, you know, but what did you want to mine through as we mine out and deep dive into these two sides?
So God only knows how this shows up in my algorithm, but I'm scrolling through YouTube and I saw the video that I sent you, and I immediately went back to the conversations, a month or two ago, where the gentleman was saying that women were inherently evil, and all I could think about was just how evil the women in this video were. And then I started thinking about the violence that men perpetrate, and you know what I mean, just trying to be objective and balanced. Just I'm thinking about, well, they say men are inherently violent, and then I started thinking about why and how it manifests. And I just don't see men. I mean, this kind of evil is a different level that I don't see really perpetrated from men, but we see it manifest in many ways from women, and it's labeled, under postpartum, this, that, and the other, which I do believe is a real thing. Like, I'm not trying to dismiss it, but it just doesn't exist in men. And I think when men enact violence, they tend to do it with something in mind. You know what I mean? Like it's a strategy or a means to an end, or you know what I mean? They're trying to conquer some shit, or they're trying to seize some shit or protect some shit, which I don't know if that's evil as much as it is immoral.
Yeah, I don't know if it's rooted in evil, but I guess my question would be in terms of what men are willing to enact violence in. Is it foolish? And then what's the fallout?
Yeah, right. Better word, I think. Foolish. And the fallout is certainly death and sorrow and things like that. But I don't know. I just can't escape the fact that it's motivated by something. There's nothing that motivated the video that I showed you other than kids just being kids. I mean, that's beyond foolish. Well beyond foolish.
All right. So you want to do the men, or you want to do that video first?
I have that video ready. Well, I have both of them ready, but that one is longer, I think. Doing that one first.
Okay. Let's bring it up. Let's assess this. Right. So the inherent evil nature, right? What is the fallout from the inherent evil nature? Alleged, sorry. What does it do in terms of let me.
Is it there?
Yeah.
All right. So, damn it. All right.
Oh yeah, that's the girl. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This story is very important.
What begins as a routine traffic stop takes a horrifying turn when officers detect a strange, putrid smell coming from the vehicle. The search that follows uncovers a secret so disturbing it defies belief, leaving multiple officers visibly shaken, physically ill, and utterly enraged by one of the most vile discoveries ever made.
Put it on 1.25. Put it on
Not admitting the guilt or
1.25.
just anything like that. Just basically saying
I'm
like,
telling you, it's cool. I won't be here tomorrow. Tonight is my last night. What am I going to do? Like, I split it.
no, I still got to do my job and try to explain to
I
you.
know, but I'm just saying.
So
like, I'm not even talking about in Baltimore. Watch tomorrow, y'all are going to see me on the news. Y'all are going to see me make my big day bird. That's what up.
The officer has no idea her bizarre comment will soon become a shocking reality.
Wait.
With a tow truck on its way, Nicole sits on the sidewalk and calls a friend.
I might need to steer. Wait. What'd she say? Hold on.
I heard what she said. Tomorrow will be her big debut.
On the news?
A ride.
Yep.
Shocking.
Tomorrow, y'all are going to see me on the news.
So what? She had a plan?
I'm not even talking about in Baltimore. Watch tomorrow, y'all are going to see me on the news. Y'all are going to see me make my big day bird.
Pause.
The officer has.
So what I saw is she's from Essex,
Well,
right?
the stop happened in Essex, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's right near Baltimore, right? That's right on the brim. That's Baltimore County, right?
Yep.
Or Essex County, is it?
Essex County, close,
Yeah. So it's right there. So she. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Let her talk. Because I only watched the opening of it. Like I kind of do that purposely. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No idea her bizarre comment will soon become a shocking reality. With a tow truck on its way, Nicole sits on the sidewalk and calls a friend for a ride.
You want to grab a couple of your things? I'm gonna do an inventory search of your car once you finish taking out what you want to take out.
What's an inventory?
So inventory search is when I go through your car, for instance, say like you had 15,000.
And they taking my car. Y'all keep asking me to move on. Y'all keep telling me one more day. Y'all keep saying everything's gonna get better. Y'all keep saying this, it can't get no worse, it can't get. Like, y'all keep saying find the light. Where's the light? Yo, like where is the light? Say just here we go, man. Here we go, because I can't take no more. Like I really can't take no more.
When backup arrives at the scene, the officer taps his colleague on the arm and quietly shares that something is very wrong.
This the problem that shit, Aaron. This the problem I be having with fucking this glorified this bullshit language. Find the light, shadow work, all this fucking extraordinary language, right? That we put around concepts to like sugarcoat them. You know what I'm saying? Or like sensationalize them. What are you talking about? Who does she talk? This gets me frustrated. Who you talking to that talks like that?
The fucking spirits, the damn gin and shit.
This shit is corny, man. Go ahead, Aaron.
Got it.
See what you smell. Not drugs or anything. See what you smell anything else.
They got her taking shit out the car. No fucking dead.
Did you move in your car?
This way I live at.
So what you hitting? No, seriously. I just need to find. I need to know.
I told you it was
What is this right here?
Huh?
What is this?
A bunch of dirty clothes.
Here we go.
A bunch of dirty. I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you right now. There's a bunch of dirty blankets.
You got to open that up all the way.
And everything. Because it's bugs and stuff over it and everything.
I know, but I don't know what it is though.
The stench is unmistakable, but finding the source of the smell is
Yo,
easier said
pause.
than done. As whatever
I'm
is in
gonna
the
tell you, I found a dead squirrel in the backyard, right? And then I had a fight with a possum last year, and then I found a dead possum too, right? Even the flies that be around dead carcasses, the fly is like 2 times the size of a regular fly, right? Because of what it can feed, etc. And the possum, right, is a little bit larger, bro. The stench of the possum, bro, stunk so bad. And I don't have like weak stomach. I ain't scared of like animals, but shit like that. But the stench of it is just unimaginable. And the possum is what, 8 to 10 pounds, maybe?
Yeah, big cat. Yeah.
Yeah, And it was outside for a couple of days or whatever the case is. I had my neighbor had 3 big dogs, right? And so they weren't picking up the feces. So flies, right? Because they live right next door. And so we had like an issue with flies. So we had somebody spray. They got the same person to spray, right? So now all 3 houses on either side have the same pest control. And then they had to pick up the poop in the backyard. So you guys ever got the fly trap? Right? The fly trap.
The tape thing?
Not even a tape thing. It has like a fluid in it.
No, yeah. Never seen that.
So it's like a fluid, it's like a thing, it hangs up, right? And the flies you get in, they can't get out. And so I'm like, yo, something must be dead in the wall, you know? So I'm looking, I'm calling. So I got my guy to come back out. He's like, oh no, that's that flies trap smelling this bad. Because of the amount of flies that were in it, you know, and they kind of dead or they trapped. It was stinking, bro. I thought something had died in the wall because you know I had it hanging up like on the other side of the house, and it was literally this fly trap smelling that bad. I'm just painting this picture of little things. This thing is only, you know, a liter worth of stuff. The possum is only, you know, 10 pounds worth of carcass. And you know what happens? You'd be surprised how much, like, I don't know if y'all ever had it when the kids was little. Did you ever have like a pampered throwaway?
Diaper genie.
Diaper genie, yeah.
Diaper genie. You ever like walk out the room because you left it open? You know, you change them, you walk, and you think you left it open for a day. But I'm articulating that to say, as soon as you rip that bag open, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like that just go ahead. Wait, where the fuck video?
Hide is buried beneath endless layers of plastic trash bags.
Literally ripping through all the veins so we can see all the nerdy stuff. I don't think that a guilty person would be doing it like this, bro. If I take all my stuff out, where am I going to?
I just need this right here is drawing my attention to it, so I need to see it.
I know.
Just feel it.
That's why I'm trying to show you.
No,
I'm with you.
What happened?
No, I'm giving them to the box.
Okay.
No,
I am. I'm about to show you.
Nicole turns to the officer for help, and he carefully begins cutting through the thick layers with a knife.
You gotta get all the way through to the dirty pissy clothes.
No. You can finish it. I was just curious.
Oh, yeah, I can even get to the hotel receipt for you.
Okay. You ain't got to go through that. I was just curious.
Keep finding blankets.
I ain't got one blanket. Keep finding.
Oh, you can keep finding them. As soon as you open it, you go find them.
let's stand on the front of this car and make sure she won't go nowhere.
After cutting through multiple layers of trash bags, officers finally uncover a black suitcase.
Just open the suitcase and we can be good after that.
There's more blankets still. Can you cut it from here?
Can you cut it one more time?
Pause, Aaron.
And this is what.
Why did they pull her over?
What was it? Speeding.
All right, go ahead.
That? No. Pull it out.
No, but what led to the stop was for speeding, but then they ran the plates, and the car doesn't exist. The plates are like from West Virginia. She has no license. She presented a state ID, and the car isn't registered to shit, and the plates belong to something else. But it was speeding. It was a stop.
Okay.
Pull the whole bag out.
I am. My husband just said it. The dirty luggage from my husband. I am. See?
Take it out.
Take the bag out.
Take that bag out of there.
I am.
Okay. Pull that bag out. There you go. Open that bag up. Open it up, ma'am.
I did.
Unroll the whole thing.
Open that up. Open that up. What the? Get the name. Put your hands up. Don't you? Turn over right now. Don't you move. Don't you move. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
What I do?
What the?
It's not mine.
What the?
What I do? What I do?
Give me your other hand now. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Get up. On your feet. Roll over. Sit on your butt.
So the woman in red was the woman behind the wheel, and the woman in white was the passenger. Her name was BB. She's a friend or associate.
Stand up.
On the channel. You don't need that. We got two in custody right now, but we need a supervisor.
Please don't. No, please.
I swear to God, if you move, so help me.
Please not at right time. Please don't arrest her. She don't have anything to do with nothing. She really don't have anything to do with nothing. I will give y'all every name to everybody.
I don't want to hear it.
Please don't arrest her.
With both women in custody, the officers struggle to process the horror they just witnessed.
No, stay. Hey, no. Calm down. Calm down. Relax. Have her sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Relax.
Pause it.
You relax.
Baby,
Pause
just
it.
relax.
Pause it.
Keep
Pause
your
it.
mouth closed.
I'm gonna tell you, and this the part, right, where niggas is still have the understanding that that's a woman, right? I'm saying that because they asked her too many times to sit down. Sean, I would have tried to slam her through the earth, bro. Right? Ain't that what you do to a perp like that?
Yeah.
Upon the first not sit down, son, it would have been the
No, on the
craziest
run.
move.
Not even that. On the run. If it would have been a man, all the shit that Buddy got did to him in Jacksonville, you pull out 2 dead bodies as a man in a car, you'll be lucky, you know what I'm saying, to not be black and blue and have teeth missing, right? They would have fucked Buddy up. So
What?
again, this is another thing I've been, well, men don't protect women and men and women are in danger. Even when women are pieces of shit, the worst of the worst, bro, they don't get the treatment that men get.
Go ahead.
I didn't give you permission to talk. Sit down and be quiet. You okay? You okay? No. Listen, I need you to calm down. I need you to calm down. I need you to focus. Listen, calm down. I need you to focus. Focus on her. Hey, get over there with her. Put your mask on. Everybody. Come on.
I'm sorry. I just want to ask you.
There's nothing for me to talk about with you. Do you understand that?
No.
Do you understand that?
But y'all gonna want all the information anyway.
We'll get to that point, but right now you need to be quiet. This is not a game. No, absolutely not. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not going to. No, ma'am. We're not going to take that route. You're going to sit here and we're going to wait.
Yes.
We're going to get to that point. But don't you say another word. Don't you say another word. Thompson, are you okay? Are you sure?
It's not okay.
I'm good. I didn't ask you to talk.
No, just let me.
I'm not asking you to talk to him.
Can I please take this on my own? She don't have anything to do.
Just stop. For your sake, stop speaking.
Sorry.
Gain his composure, but the emotional aftershock is hard to contain.
Oh Allah, I seek the refuge in you from the whisperings of an accursed devil who whispers into the hearts of men.
Can I talk to you for a second?
No. Yes. No. Yes.
Please, I'm not ready.
Are you okay?
I'm good.
Excuse me.
Wait.
Stop.
Go take a break. Go over there. Go ahead.
Excuse me.
Enough.
Bro. Oh no.
Get her out of here. Get up.
No.
More officers begin to arrive and can only guess at what has the other officers in such a...
Hey, it looks like a kid that's curled up in there. I don't want to look, man. No, just wait.
Hold up a minute.
Something just happened there.
You're not okay.
And the whole time, as soon as I see who you was, I took off running too. So no, they not. Like you take it out in front of the police. You speeding around with bodies in my car. I'm so dumb that I'm gonna take this.
We need to verify. We don't know what this is. Oh God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Little girl.
What?
Here, you get the water.
Take a walk. I'm good. Stay in there. No, I can't vision it. What the is messing my head up? I can't vision it.
After telling the tow truck driver his services will no longer be needed, officers make the difficult decision to get a closer look in order to confirm what lies beneath the maggot-covered blanket.
I can lift it up. It doesn't really bother me, but it's got to be a 3 or 4 year old kid.
Get it. My gloves are.
The problem is the body is this thin.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's a 5. That's a 5.
That's a
100%.
It's got a girl clothes, female clothes, right?
Put it. Come here. It almost looks like it has the pigmentation like Michael Jackson had.
That's right.
So homicide's gonna have to come out, definitely coming out for this. There's no way they're not.
Right.
Emmy's gonna have to come here.
But
warrants for the house?
I mean, it's been wrapped in the sheet for I don't know how long. I'm not a medical examiner, but like I said, just remember cameras are stolen.
Right.
But this is. I've seen some stuff, but it just sucks. It's like.
All right, you want to get to the part where they get interviewed by the detectives?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just pretty much a lot of this.
Yeah.
All right.
Demand answers.
So why are you here for that?
Ma'am, you don't ask me that question about 3-4 times, and I told you.
Yo, it's no way you riding in that car, B. And and you at a point you become complicit. I don't give a damn. You smelling something so crazy. There's no way that I'm like, oh, okay, it just dirty clothes. We know what dirty clothes smell like.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Well, the next part we're getting ready to watch is the passenger is going to be the first person interviewed, and I'm looking at her behavior and shit. And the woman that perpetrated this shit said that she had nothing to do with it. But like you're saying, how can you ride around in this vehicle with this stench and then have this kind of reaction? Here, I'm about to play it now. Like, this is your take on it.
Same answer about 3-4 times. I'll tell you again. You are in police custody. You are going to be sitting right there in handcuffs with your bag right there until somebody with either equal rank that knows that was out there with this call, or somebody ranks higher than me comes to me and tells me to do something else. So get comfortable, relax. You're going to be here for a while. Is what it is. Sorry.
So what's my right? So you just want to let somebody up with no right?
Ma'am.
You know my right?
Ma'am. What's your first name?
Kazadi.
Kazadi?
Yes.
It's Kazadi.
Do I kill somebody?
Ma'am?
Do I kill somebody?
I don't know.
So why?
But what I do know is you're going to be in handcuffs in that chair until someone says otherwise.
I don't got no one. So why am I not ready?
What's your last name?
Kazadi.
What's your last? Until someone says, what's your last name?
Chibola.
Okay, both of those are very hard to pronounce. Some call you madam, and I'm sorry about that.
So now, you guys going to like me and frame me for something you ain't not telling me.
I didn't frame you with anything. I'm not Baltimore County. I'm one person. I'm just a cog in the machine.
Okay, you telling me my hand is clean. I feel I'm clean.
You was riding around in that car with that stench. What the fuck are you talking about?
Right?
Why they keep on in the chat saying she retarded?
The young lady suggested that she is earlier. That she says the girl's mentally retarded, but I'm like, I don't see how that you can't. You got to detain everybody in that car until we figure out what's what.
She just this not her first language, obviously, right?
No, right.
You know, and she sound like she might have a little bit of a speech impediment, but it's probably just a draw from speaking a language that's secondary.
Yeah, she's not slow. She just foreign.
Even if she does have some sort of intellectual, inability.
Well, she's dumb as hell. Dumb as hell don't mean you slow. She's just dumb.
Right. I think she's quick enough to know what the fuck that's. This is too much of a situation for her level of cognitive ability. You know what I mean? To be exonerate her from shit. Hell.
Go ahead.
You are detained. You can ask me 1,000 times, but I can't tell you what I don't know. Like, it's not gonna be some fairy that comes to the wall and says, "Here, Officer Bowling, boop, here's the information that she's asking for." I ain't got it.
I'm on that rest.
Let's take a loop.
Hey, can you pause real quick?
Okay.
Bitch, dumb bitch. You saw them two bodies they pulled out of the fucking car. What the hell you mean? What for? Idiot. You were in the car with the carcasses of 2 children. Okay? That's why.
Yeah, but she's denying that shit all day.
It's gonna be consequences.
Do you need water?
I'm not crazy.
I didn't say you were. I asked you, did you need water? That's what I asked.
Yes, I need water.
Okay, I can try to arrange for that for you.
In a separate room, the officer waiting with Nicole informs her that he can't speak with her about the case. Left in silence, she begins talking to herself.
It was okay. She didn't make an argument about it. I'm all like, what am I arguing for? Just open it and let him look at me. So stupid. So stupid. So stupid. I don't want to cry so bad. I can't even cry.
Nicole, appearing to wrestle with guilt, will soon have an opportunity to explain the grim discovery. Meanwhile, BB makes a separate request.
So can I go to hospital then? I go to hospital then.
What is your health complaint, madam?
Can I go to hospital then?
What's wrong with you?
My knee hurts. I'm not feeling good.
Your knee hurts. You're not feeling well.
I'm not feeling well.
You're conscious and breathing, so to me, you look fine.
I'm not fine.
Okay, then what's wrong?
I'm not fine.
Okay, then let's discuss what's wrong so I can get you the help you need.
The officer informs his supervisor of BB's complaint, but when he returns for details, he's met with an interesting response.
How bad is your knee? Can you see?
Can I have my knee done?
Oh, wow.
They switch my knee for too hard.
What knee is hurt?
This one.
Hey, show me where you're hurt.
Mama, come on, second. Not that you on your big hole.
Okay.
Look at that. What did you get that? What did you get that?
Okay.
BB is then informed that if she chooses to go to the hospital, she'll need to wear shackles.
I can walk.
No.
I can take that.
No.
That sounds
if you're
weird.
in the hospital, you're getting shackles on.
Point blank period.
If hand and butt. That's not up for debate.
For the bed?
Yeah. Do you want to go to the hospital or not?
Nah. I changed my mind.
All right.
All right. Mine has been changed.
I bet you that. I know my baby. I'm gonna right now. If they question me for something, I know my baby. But they better let me go.
Oops.
You know your fate. What's being said here? You know your fate. Okay.
I'm sorry, man. The language barrier. You got to slow down. Your accent is really thick, so I'm trying to peek through as you talk. Please sit down.
Can I see that? I've been sitting for long. I gotta stretch my legs.
I'm gonna tell you one more time to sit down. I'm gonna put you back in the chair. Your choice.
I'm gonna see that.
Madam,
I'm gonna
if I get out of this chair, I'm gonna put you back in that chair. And you're not gonna like me. So I'm gonna ask you one more time to sit down.
I'm sitting there.
No, actually, you're standing.
I'm gonna be standing.
Thank you.
I'm gonna be standing. Like I'm asking. Let me make a phone call. Let me see what I'm here for. And then you guys are holding me with nothing.
So you thought standing up was gonna solve that problem? No, absolutely not. You are detained.
Let me see the other lady.
End of story.
Hey, let me say this. Y'all, I don't give a damn what diagnosis y'all saying they gave her. There ain't no way that she shouldn't be charged. Ain't no way.
Wrapped in blankets and placed in multiple layers of trash bags. Similar.
That shit is crazy, bro. And anybody who, when we watching the video in real time, she's slow. She did. What the fuck y'all talking about, man?
I mean, I've worked in the mental health community. My wife does. People with mental health issues, they still go through the judicial process. And when an official diagnosis is made, then treatment is administered. But that doesn't mean that they're not held to some sort of standard, that there isn't like, you know.
And I don't even want to hear no woke shit. I'm talking to these niggas. Anybody who's saying, oh, well, she's slow. She did it. Shut the. Yo, there's 2 dead kids.
Yeah.
Everybody get arrested. Everybody get detained. Everybody get charged. And you let the court sort it out. There ain't nothing you can say. You in that car with a putrid smell.
Like you said,
we gave several examples, Mr. Fantastic, about smells that we know. Like, what the fuck? Her nostrils slow.
It's fucking what's the name, man? As long as it's a woman, everybody got this. Right? Be telling y'all, it's all the excuses in the fucking world if it was a woman, bro. If these were 2 men, lock that nigga up. And I mean, this nigga could be hook arm and fucking, you know, literal motherfucking clearly Down syndrome. They would lock him up. It's the fucking gender shit, man. She got a fucking pussy. She got some titties. She innocent. Right? Get the fuck out of here, dog. Fuck that bitch. Shout out to Young Dro.
Go ahead, man. Let me hear that. Let me see.
She tells detectives she was in Essex to meet a man for prostitution while BB waited in the car. She claims she's been aware of the foul smell.
Hold the fuck on. So this bitch out here trapping. They selling pussy together and they riding around with 2 dead bodies up. Man, man, lock this foreign bitch up too. The bad fact, send this bitch back to Haiti. That Trump better have her on the top of the list. Trump, if you didn't motherfucking get this bitch right here and throw her ass back over to Haiti, not no boat trip, not no plane trip. Put this bitch in a motherfucking old school catapult and hope for the best. Hope she motherfucking survive when she land. Fuck that bitch.
I just say put her in the ocean and tell her to swim.
They in
assumed it was a
the
dead rat.
they in the middle of selling ass with 2 dead bodies in the trunk. Kids.
Children, single digit age children.
Homegirl was doing so much to try to get the smell, but we never noticed it was coming from the
Hold
back.
up, her and her
Doing
girlfriend.
so much to try to get the smell.
Her and her homegirl. So now her homegirl 100% is accomplished. Her and her homegirl trying to get the smell.
But we never noticed it was coming from the back because we don't sit in the back.
How'd you try to get rid of the smell?
We always thought it was coming through the front of the car, so we got it power washed.
You power wash the car, try to get the smell away?
The engine.
You starting to understand why this sounds a little ridiculous?
After speaking with detectives, investigators note it was clear that BB was mentally challenged and had no knowledge of the incident. They contact her mother and arrange for her to be taken home. As for Nicole, her vague story isn't enough to satisfy investigators, given the second horrifying discovery made at the crime scene.
I want you to help me out to find out how these children ended up like this.
Okay.
Okay?
Children?
Mm-hmm.
Both?
Mm-hmm.
The discovery of a second child came only after homicide detectives began sorting through Nicole's belongings, though the signs had been present from the very start.
Me and my kids literally living
Pause
in the car. Like,
You know what's crazy? He said how these children end up like this, right? She says children, question mark. And then she says both. He never said how many it was.
Yeah. Yep.
She crying better than Denzel on Glory. Go ahead, Aaron.
and the whole time I had them.
In a black and yellow plastic bin, buried beneath the bags in the suitcase containing the little girl, were the aged remains of a small boy. The child's body had been wrapped in blankets and placed in multiple layers of trash bags, similar to the girl. Their relation to Nicole comes as even more of a shock.
Do you recognize this person at all? Who's that? Who is that?
Grandmother.
That's their mother?
Mm-hmm.
Who are they?
Pretty much when I had them. If you look at it, when I had them,
So that's who?
that's Johnson.
And that's who?
Remember,
Okay.
when you look at them when she had them and when I had them, you probably got this picture off her page, but definitely came from mine. Because if you look at them when she had them, they were very not taken care of. If you look at them when I had them, they were very well taken care of.
7-year-old Jocelyn Marie James Johnson and 5-year-old Larry Darnell O'Neill were each left in Nicole's care 2 years ago by her sister Deshelle, who claimed she was unable to care for them at the time. Investigators also learned Deshelle has an active case with the Baltimore City Department of Social Services for an 8-month-old infant who was temporarily taken into their care given the current investigation.
She didn't take care of kids.
She didn't do to him what happened to him.
Yeah, but okay, so she's a better person for leaving them then. In any kind of predicament. Like, she knew the predicament wasn't okay. She knew the predicament was up. She knew, like, she left her kids literally with me selling my. She left her kids in a room.
She thought you were going to take care of them, I guess.
I never told her I was going to. I never asked her to. Hey, come on, bro. You said to yell at the mother about washing them. Kids, I had to yell at the mother about feeding them. Like, I just had to yell at her about everything.
Despite portraying herself as the better caregiver, Nicole couldn't even spell the young girl's name. She also couldn't recall either child's birth.
Hey, she's exactly right, though. She's exactly right. The mom's a piece of shit, and the mom should be motherfucking filed as a fucking accomplice if she just picked up and left her kids with this piece of shit bitch that was her sister that was out here selling pussy, right? So basically, again, I'm not excusing the woman that killed the kids, but the mother, and then now they're saying she got an open case and she hadn't had another fucking kid after her 2 kids got killed. This is what I call a fucking a birther, not a mother, right? This is a bitch that's living off the system. This the motherfucker that you know, this 2-year Section 8 and food stamp limit is built for. Because if you don't do it, they keep doing shit like this, right? And you end up with kids in the worst possible fucking situations. So lock the mama ass up too. Child neglect or child endangerment.
Birthday. Whatever belief remained that she'd shown love or responsibility would soon be shattered by the grim truths surrounding their deaths. She lowers herself to the floor as the interview continues.
Well, let me tell you this, right? We spoke to your sister and a bunch of your family members, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that everything that you're saying is making sense.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm just saying.
What do you mean? What did y'all speak about?
Well,
y'all spoke about her leaving her children?
Huh?
Y'all spoke about her leaving her children?
Well, we spoke about a lot of stuff.
And of course, it's all going to be against me, huh?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Even my mom?
Oh, yeah, we met your mom.
He tells Nicole he won't discuss his conversations with her family, then steps out to check on her paperwork, leaving her alone to imagine what they may have shared behind her back.
I'm not going to tell you what they said. What they say? What they say? What they say? I done bust my for all my life. My mother, lady, you had me out here selling my. You told me not to give that girl her kids. I would have gave them back. I said this weekend when I'm coming back, I'm giving her kids. You told me not to. They about to put me under the jail. They so selfish and so wrong. There's a group of people here, yeah, all family, to speak on me backwards. That's the way they've been at when I've been growing up. I guess I ran away or something. Like, watch, I already know that's what they said. Now I'm not talking anymore. Now, since I'm a liar, and since I'm a this, and since I'm a that, and since I'm a this, if I said anything else. Hey, come on, bro. All the kids that I've been around in all my life, I'm gonna wait until my niece and nephew to kill one. I've been raising kids all my life so much they thought they were actually mine. I'm gonna wait until my niece and nephew to kill some.
While Nicole earlier stated she was living in her car, investigators located a hotel where she'd recently been staying. In the room, they find 2 stuffed animals, as well as 2 rose bears, one blue and one pink, with ribbons around their necks that read, always and forever.
I think they're like memorial, like that's what it seems like. Always and forever. The website though has animal concert different ones, even with the little ribbon.
Yeah, is that for them?
The bears.
With the exception of the stuffed animals, there are no children's clothing, belongings, or items to indicate any children had been present. This, along with their advanced state of decay, leaves many questions as to how long the children had been in the trunk of the car and what led to their deaths.
Can I talk through, like, I need my mother to be a part of this conversation. What? Because she's a lot of reason for the conversation.
But you're an adult. What's going on?
No, like I want to talk, but I want to talk to her. Like I want to tell her. Like I want to talk to her.
Did she cause this? Did she cause this?
I want to talk to her, and everything will come out, and I just need to talk to her.
The detective tells Nicole they won't allow her to speak with her mother just yet, and reminds her that it's important to tell her story to investigators first.
And they gave them to me, and I was doing so good with them.
And you didn't want to give them back?
Nobody even wanted them back until maybe 3 months ago.
Is that when someone reached out to you? Who reached out to you? Your sister?
Yes.
Okay. What did
When she reached out to me, she barely didn't even care. And then we were supposed to arrange for her to get them back, and she, hey, maybe next weekend. Like, she didn't even care. They were forcing her. They were forcing her to even say anything.
Text messages obtained from Nicole's phones reveal multiple conversations with her sister, Deshelle, who sent Nicole money and checked in on the children frequently. She asked several times to see them, eager for them to meet their new sibling. However, Deshelle claims Nicole blocked her from seeing them. Now, for the first time, Nicole begins to explain the reason why, beginning with what happened to her niece, Jocelyn.
It was really an accident.
Okay, what happened?
I gave her a beating.
I can't hear you. What?
I gave her a beating.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next thing I know, she just wasn't saying anything or nothing or nothing. Like,
Okay. So you gave her a beating? And then she was not responsive anymore?
Like it was mistakes. Like I took care of them children so good. Like it was a mistake. Like I just was trying to discipline. Like
Explain to me how it happened.
Like she got in trouble for something one day that I didn't beat her for.
Like what?
Stealing something or going in the refrigerator or doing something or something. And she did it again and she did it again. And then the last time it was just like, and I was probably more frustrated than I should have been with life, period, with everything, with why they leave me with the kids, why nobody's helping me, why nobody's calling me, where's their mom, where's my family, like, well, like,
And then what happened?
I told you, Peter.
How?
Huh?
With what?
I don't even think it was anything. I think it's just my hands.
Investigators interviewed a resident at one of the hotels Nicole frequented, who reported that Nicole often used harsh language and regularly cursed at the children, particularly the girl. Another witness reported Nicole using Jocelyn through the thin walls and, at times, hearing the child yelling for her to stop.
You were upset because she was taking things.
Yeah. So listen, man. That's another thing too. I don't think people understand. Do you understand like how much it takes to beat a person to death, especially like a child, right? You have a gauge or like a thing to where you can tell when an adult or when a person has had enough. For you to be able to beat a child to death, you know, a child that has pretty much made you the surrogate mother at this point, and they look to you for, you know, love, for protection, for all this stuff, provision, and you beat the child to death over what's your name? Hey man, hug your kids, dog. All right. We take this shit for granted all the time. I say this shit, even myself, right? Um, just you got kids, man. No matter how bad that shit is, dog, it's never that bad.
How did they die?
She beat the girl to death with her hands, with her bare hands.
And the boy?
They ain't got to the boy yet. She in the process of telling the story.
She beat no. Ain't none of that. No, Shit crazy. She beat the little girl to death.
Yeah, bare hands.
For what?
She said she was telling about going in the refrigerator, getting something, kept opening the refrigerator, just doing a little petty shit. Something that wasn't worth even near or whatever.
The kid was what you'll find out is these kids were very small for their age. They were 5 and 7, and they weighed like 18 and 21 pounds for 5 and 7. And this little girl gone in the fridge, and this woman.
Aaron, let me correct what you said, please. In benevolency, not like you said something wrong.
Yeah.
The kids weren't small for their age. The kids were malnourished.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. Yep.
The kids weren't well taken care of, right?
Right.
Their growth was stunted.
Yeah.
Right. That's not. Yeah, I get what you said. You know what I mean? Like for instance, Chugga is in the 96th percentile in weight, right? So he's stocky, but he's short for his age because he's in the 40th percentile, right? So just below, right? So that you see what I mean? Like he's short for his age, but he's not small. You know, these kids were terribly taken care of, done a disservice. They were dead before she killed them.
Right.
At 17 and 20 pounds.
Yep.
Go. My bad.
Yeah, you're right though. Hold on.
She was doing all kinds of stuff. Okay. Like she was taking stuff. Like she was getting the boy in trouble. Like she was just doing.
And you disciplined her.
Yes.
Okay.
And it went too far.
Okay. How many times do you think you might hit her?
I don't know. But I know she fell.
Fell on what?
On the floor.
Was she standing on something? How was she?
She was just standing up straight.
Okay. And where did you hit her?
I just started doing that.
Okay. Like punching her in the head?
No. No.
Where?
I think I maybe slapped her in the face, but I didn't punch her in the head. Like it was more like me hitting on her body, and then she fell.
How did she fall? Backwards, forward, sideways?
Look at this shit right here, right? She says, she makes her face like, no, of course I didn't punch her in the face. Did you see it?
Yeah. To justify to make it better. I just punched her in the body. And HAMP, this goes to show you how stupid people are. People don't understand how easy it is. Remember the boy on the field, blunt force trauma? That's an adult. That's a grown ass man. So a child, man, shout out everybody that's ever had CPR training. You don't even perform CPR the same on small children that you do adults, because you don't use two hands. You'll break.
Exactly. You'll break the rib.
Yeah, just break the ribs. You'll crush all the shit, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. So I don't know, man.
Let's get to that here.
Yeah. No, what you're saying is facts, but it's about to come up.
Real shit. They've even, because you have to compress so hard, right? And like last time I did CPR when I was coaching, they took the breaths out because the chest compression, if you're not cracking ribs, you're doing it wrong.
Wrong, right.
It's 1 to 30 now. It used to be 2 rescue breaths and what's the name, but now it's like 1 to 30. And you keep rhythm and you keep going a lot. Shout out, man. Again, bro, Man, just go, man. This shit's depressing.
Yeah, it was that she fell.
She hit her head? Okay. Do you remember where on the head?
No.
Did she hit her head on something other than the floor?
No, but the floor was extremely hard.
The floor was extremely hard.
No, this shit right here, right? Because people so stupid, man. Niggas, you need to understand, right? They talking about body punches, like you act like you're doing somebody a favor. Yo, people can't recover from liver shots.
Yeah.
Like I wish y'all would get in the ring, all you tough to everybody. A liver shot will put somebody, they cannot recover. That liver shot linger with you. And your liver sorry, go ahead.
Even better. You crack that motherfucking rib or you hit that floating rib.
The floating rib? Telling you.
Shots.
Done.
But your liver goes from the right side of your, let's say where your abdomen is on the right side, damn near to the middle of your chest, right?
Big as shit, yeah. It's like a lung coming from the bottom, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
And when you hit it, you take a seat and shit yourself. You can't, like you said, it's bad. And then the kidneys on either side, you hit the kidney. All of it's bad, man.
The thing about boxing that people don't know, a kidney shot is actually illegal.
Illegal, right?
Because you can't hit people in the back.
Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead. What did you, when she went to the floor, was she crying or was she quiet? Quiet. And what did you do after that?
I tried. I just tried to bump her chest. Like I was bumping on her chest really, really hard. Like I thought maybe she was like, I don't know. Like I was just trying. Like I was just bumping on her chest. Like I was just trying to get her back. Like I was.
Okay. And then what did you do next?
I laid in the bed.
You laid her in the bed and laid next to her. Where was the boy at this time?
Sleeping in the other bed.
Okay. Where?
I stayed in that room with her.
When do you think that was?
I told you maybe last year.
And then
Speak it up,
what
Aaron.
did you do with her body after that?
Yeah, go to
The
1-5.
front one was still alive.
No, I'm saying go to one.
Perfect stop. Despite this,
what?
Go to 1.5 speed.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, on the cog.
She talking slow, so.
Nicole continued texting Deshelle as though Jocelyn was still alive. In April of 2021, Deshelle even thanked Nicole, writing, "Thank you for taking care of them so well." Nicole admits she continued traveling from hotel to hotel, carrying the young girl in the suitcase, eventually storing her in the trunk of the car. Jocelyn's body arrived at the medical examiner's office still wrapped in a comforter that contained a cigarette butt. Numerous bruises were found on her body, but an exact cause of death could not be determined due to the advanced stage of decomposition. Still, investigators ruled her death a homicide, citing evidence of physical abuse and neglect. With Jocelyn's fate uncovered, investigators turned to what happened to her nephew, 5-year-old Larry, whom Nicole refers to by the name Stink.
So help me explain the other child. What happened? So he was still with you when the girl's now in the suitcase in the car.
He didn't even want to go anywhere else. Like that's why they said he talked to my family. My family don't know me. Like you can ask all my friends. Like as much as I tried to push him off or I wanted to drive him off and I knew I needed to drive him off, he just wanted to be with me.
So what led to the next incident with the other child?
I don't know. Like I honestly don't know because it was like 1 minute we was playing and then 1 minute it was just like we were playing. Like we was playing. I think something hit him in the leg.
Yeah, but that wouldn't cause him to die. Well, why would he die though?
I thought it was like a main artery or something.
Okay, well explain that to me. Yeah, what happened?
I don't know, but then I know I saw him bleeding in his leg.
Where at on his leg?
I don't mean right here somewhere.
The inside of his left thigh?
Yeah, but I did like.
Was the blood dripping? Was it?
Only way that I noticed it. And honestly, I didn't even notice it until I started trying to
Pause
see
it, right?
See.
So the main artery is in your right thigh, right?
Either or.
Well,
Both thighs. The femoral arteries in both of your inner upper thigh.
Inside of the femoral
Both
artery.
sides. Both sides.
Yeah, both sides.
Go ahead.
Stick. And then when I started looking at his clothes, they was bloody.
The detective offers Nicole a cigarette and allows her to smoke in the interrogation room as she continues her story.
What caused the boy's injury with the blood in his thigh?
I can't remember what exactly he was playing with. And I think I yelled. I think I swung on him for playing with it. But I can't remember what.
Was there a chance you hit him afterwards? And
I didn't see the thing.
okay.
I told you
you swung on.
Yeah, because he was playing with something. I didn't see the thing I told you I didn't see the thing that was in his leg until it was like, it was just like.
And what was it?
I never even looked at it. I never even took his pants off. I just seen the blood. And I yelled at him like, well, I didn't yell at him when I seen the blood. I yelled at him like, I don't even remember what it was.
Larry's body arrived at the medical examiner's office still wearing Paw Patrol pajamas. His body was also covered in bruises, and while superficial wounds were found on his legs, they showed no signs of deep bleeding. However, internal bleeding was noted around both his knee and elbow, suggesting trauma before death. Like his sister, Larry's advanced state of decomposition made it impossible to determine an exact cause of death. Although she claims not to know exactly what caused his injury, she clearly remembers what happened next.
He was just like getting drowsy, like just get drowsy. Like the last thing he said.
So the last thing he said?
He said, can you lay me down?
What's that?
He said, can I lay him down?
Can you lay him down?
Yes, because he was sitting up in the chair. He said, can you lay me down? And I said, yeah, let me. And I went to smoke, and I turned back around, and it was like, stay. Hey, will I answer me?
Where did you lay him down at?
On the backseat of the car.
Okay.
With the
This was about 2 months ago? Or was it more?
This month is what?
Well, it's the very end of July.
I think May.
Okay. About 2 months ago.
Sitting there for months and months and months and months and months.
In June of 2021, Nicole sent a video to her friend showing the black and yellow tote in the back of her car and spoke about getting odor absorber. According to Nicole, the child would have already been deceased at this time and would soon join his sister in the trunk of the car. Investigators later discovered that neither child had ever seen a doctor in Maryland, had never been enrolled in school, and neither had been reported missing. One additional detail raised further concern. Both children appeared unusually small for their ages.
They said it's got to be a 3 or 4 year old kid.
Me and
The
mom.
girl was, according to your timeline, about 6 years old when this happened,
Yes.
and she only weighed 18 pounds.
You think that's after all of this? Because they were not tiny. Like you see them in the pictures that y'all printed out are the pictures that I took.
And then the boy was only 21 pounds.
I don't see how, because they ate all the time. They ate all the time. They ate
So
everything. Like,
maybe, I mean, is that maybe a contributing factor here?
no, I
Like,
didn't.
If some kind of trauma happened, would it be made worse?
Yeah, I didn't starve them though. I didn't starve them.
According to doctors, however, it would have taken several months of malnourishment for the children to attain their low weights. The investigation concluded that both minor children lost their lives due to the neglect and abuse inflicted on them by their Aunt Nicole.
I just can't believe they came up here and made me feel like I was some type of bad person. Like I was some type of trouble person. Like, yes, I've been depressed all my life because of one of them mama. But I can't believe that she really came up here and made me seem like I was a bad person.
1 month after her arrest, Nicole's mother emailed Baltimore public officials, pleading with them to intervene and protect her remaining grandchild. The email additionally criticized social workers and Deschelle for not safeguarding the children. Multiple news outlets reported that Deschelle created a GoFundMe campaign to raise funds for their burial, and rumors later circulated that she may have launched as many as 4 separate fundraisers, though all have since been deleted. Following her arrest, 33-year-old Nicole Michelle Johnson was held without bond and later indicted on 14 criminal counts. The charges included 2 counts each of first-degree child abuse resulting in death, first-degree child abuse involving severe physical injury, second-degree child abuse, second-degree assault, neglect of a minor, failure to report the death of a minor, and unauthorized disposal of a body. She ultimately pleaded guilty on August 13, 2024 to 2 counts of first-degree child abuse resulting in death. She was sentenced in February 2025 to life in prison, with all but 50 years suspended, as well as an additional 5 years of supervised probation upon her eventual release. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files,
that's it.
Wait a minute. So she got life. Life is 30 years, right?
Yeah, 50 years suspended is crazy. Hold on. I'm confused. Let me look this up.
At noon, a Baltimore woman is sentenced to life in prison with all but 50 years suspended in the deaths of her niece and nephew. Back in 2021, you may remember Baltimore County Police pulled over Nicole Johnson and found the decomposing remains of the children in the trunk of her car. Police say they were 7-year-old niece Jocelyn Johnson and her 5-year-old nephew Larry O'Neill. Court documents in the case indicate Johnson was taking care of the children because their mother could not. The coroner says the children were malnourished and underweight. The official cause of death has not been determined.
So she got 25 years for each kid.
Yeah, she got 50 years. Okay.
Yeah, she got all but 50. So they gave her 25, right? Right? Yeah. Okay. So I'm thinking life is 30 years. So she got sentenced to life. They suspended 10 of those years or whatever the extra was, and she has to do 50. And it's going to be 85% because of violent crime. And then when she get on probation, if she were to come home, she'll have that 15 years hanging.
A 15-year tail.
Yeah, she'll have parole. And then after that, she'll have probation with the 15 years on top of her.
Women's prison need to be like men's prison. They need to get her ass up out of there while she behind bars. You should never see
That's a
light
good
of day.
point. You think that the women in there are gonna,
No.
wreck shop the way they wouldn't? Man, he
No.
should be DOA in a man's prison.
Yo, there's a jail in Connecticut called it's in Brooklyn, Connecticut, right? And they specifically send the pedophiles there and the rapists and shit like that, right? And the reason why we know it won't happen is because it's going to be too much sympathy in that motherfucker. Because it's going to be too many people with like crimes, adjacent crimes, understanding and shit like that. The pedophiles and rapists don't get smoked in Brooklyn because it's all pedophiles and rapists. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if they gym pop them niggas, it's different.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If they get big boy prison, Cheshire, Northern, right? They're gonna deal with you. There was a riot in Cheshire, which is maximum security, which is the catalyst for why the jails don't have free weights. In most of the, if not all the country, like everything's a machine for the most part, because those weights turn into weapons.
Yeah.
But that shit, I don't understand how she gets parole at all.
Again, the gender shit, man. Women get, I think, on average, 30% less time for crime for the same crimes as a man, right? So even in that's why I say all this stuff. Women in America have no idea. You take your ass overseas, bro, right? The further east you go, right, especially the Middle East, listen, you have little to no rights. You hear the story about the remember the black lady that moved to Russia? They whooped her. They whooped up on her.
Yeah.
She was like, you know what I mean? Fuck America and all this shit. America's so racist. Bro, racism is is worldwide. Okay? All right. And it ain't just white people either. Indians don't like your ass. Sanjit and Patel, they look like niggas, but they hate niggas. All right? Mr. Chang and them, Mr. Chang and Mr. Lee, you take your ass over there, you want to. Bro, people have no idea, man. You literally gotta go around the world and see this shit. HAMP, and I'm pretty sure Aaron probably got some stories too. Right. The Navy's like the only one in Marines, right? To where you get to see a lot more shit, right? I guess, but it's for a shorter period of time and it's just there. Bro, you pull into some of these ports, right? Bro, all they know is like Americans and for black is like African. I seen this. We got the Italy, right? And hey, I'm the original nigga, right? I got them features, but when I open my mouth, they whole demeanor changes. The Africans over there are usually, they poor, they work, they like try to get people to come to restaurants and so on and so forth. They treat them like shit, talk to them like shit, everything, right? But Americans though, it's totally different, and they have to, quickly adjust once they understand, because you're not go, it's problems, right? And you're not gonna take the shit because like motherfucker, who the fuck you think this is, and this shit go left real quick. But the Africans pretty much accept their role in society as being second-class citizens.
Sure.
So, a lot of these people, man, you get out. This is why another reason, man, get out in the world and move around and see how these people really look at you and think of you. And a lot of times too, it ain't just because you may be black or whatever. It may be because you fucking American. So it's like a double whammy that you playing with a lot of the time.
Matt was good. Perfect. This is my brother Matt in the building. Been a member for 19 months. You know what's good.
What up, buzzing, bird flip a dozen. Holla at your boy, you thought your cousin was.
This is my brother he knows in the building who renewed that membership. Appreciate you, my brother. Matt P with the $5 says, a girl in my class threw away her baby in the 10th grade and life still went on. This is more common than I knew. Shaking my head. Fantastic was right. We sick. Hampton was popping with the $5 says 2 unalive children, and these women still got treated with kid gloves. Crazy world we live in. Aaron with the $2 says, I need my sister to hit the link today. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. Help the channel the most. The thing about the kid-centric thing is because of the allocation, right? Most kids are allocated to their moms. Now, Mr. Fantastic, this is one thing I was like thinking about, because I was looking at different clips when Aaron first brought this, and it was a clip with Flora was on the thing talking about the inherent violence of men, you know, and it was about the overrepresentation in violent crime in 187 specifically, right? Like, we commit 32% of the murders or something like that, right? Pursuant
Black
to the
specifically, or just men?
Black specifically, but I think men commit like 60 or 70.
60, yeah, 60, at least 60, yeah.
Yeah. So, what was presented was interesting. Your retort was, because we're a smaller ratio, it's easier to implicate a larger percentage. So if it's only 10 black men in the whole world, right, and 5 do crime, that means 50% of black men do crime. But if it's 1,000 black men and 5 do crime, now the percentage is incrementally smaller, right?
Yeah.
That was a retort to when it was said that black men overrepresent there. But because it's not a lot of us in comparison to our counterparts, it's easier for us to get a higher percentage more quickly, right?
Yeah.
So that was used to refute the fact that we are inherently violent or more violent, whatever the case is. So I look at that, right? And now I take that thought process, and now do I relate it on this side and say, because they have the allocation of the kids, it's just simply more likely that these heinous events are going to happen with women associated with kids, because they're allocated to kids much more often. Because obviously there's examples of men. You've seen that one dude raped and killed his daughter. I think it was in Detroit. No. He got out of jail for doing some pedophilia shit, came home, raped and killed his girlfriend's daughter. And then this dude in Florida raped and killed his own daughter. Black dude. These are 2 black dudes I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. The one black dude killed his daughter's son, left him in the house, remember? In Houston, I think. And they went on vacation or some shit. So when I'm looking at these things happening to children, left in the trunk, froze to death, left in the house for 2 years, you know what I'm saying? Is it because they have the kids more? Or is this like a real inherent, like, yo, know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
We're gonna look at the other side. So I'm not saying like
it's cool. No.
What?
Yeah, so no, I still don't say it's the same, right? Because again, you have to look at what it was, years ago, so on and so forth. So I think now it's the fact of the matter that there's a lot more outside factors, because once you decide to become a parent, right? So, and I think even though women abuse more kids than men, is not that far off. I think this is like probably 60-40, right? So I think it's something that happens just naturally over time, or as far as like, again, and I'm not saying that child abuse is natural, so let me clean that up. I just think it circumstantially happens, unfortunately, because over time with parents, doing something to their own kids. Now when we look at the fact of the matter that, the ratio is flipped from, 50-50 or 60-40 2-parent households to single parent households. Now that's the more lopsided situation. And those women that still would have abused the kids had they been in 2-parent relationships or so on and so forth, right? It's just only the mothers there. But people want to shy away from it and make every excuse because of the women, right? So when it's the women that's doing stuff, oh well, the dad would have been there, it wouldn't have happened. Well, no. If she abuses her kids without the dad there, she would probably still abuse the kids with the dad there. The dad would just probably hopefully be there to be able to intervene and stop it. You know what I'm saying? If he wasn't of the same mindset. But no, these bitches just ain't piece of shit bitches, right? That are the worst of the worst of the worst, because not only you harming children, you're harming your own children, right? And you deserve the worst. Point blank period.
Do you think that we got spankings or whoopings and our parents are mad at us
At
when they
times,
did
yes,
it?
for sure, but it was still a lot of love. I would say I'll say we were the last generation of corporal punishment, right? Because I'm pretty sure with you, even you, Hamp, it was allowed to be paddling like we was in elementary school, right?
Yeah, when we was real, like probably us
Yeah.
probably stopped at first, second grade, probably.
Yeah, it's not so for us, and I'm pretty sure this is a more southern thing probably than northern, but for us through the South, bro, paddlings were allowed up until I was in like middle school, right? And that would have been like late 90s, like 98, like 97, 98 time frame. Definitely 96, so probably 96 or 98 is probably last year, right? Put one in the chat if you guys had paddlings allowed in middle school too, if no, right? I mean up to middle school or just in general. So it was literally allowed in the school system. Now you couldn't dream of that shit. So corporal punishment within itself, right, was a necessity that we moved away from, and all this soft parenting, helicopter parenting, all this gentle bullshit, bro, is coming out negative because now, because you don't, if you get a whooping, let's say on Monday, right, you're gonna chill the fuck out usually till maybe Wednesday or Thursday, right? Now you never get no whooping, right? You wilding. And then the parent is just trying to, Timmy, stop. Julie, stop. Stop it now. Stop it. And parents don't understand that you're building up anger and a frustration in yourself because you have to keep talking to this child. And you know what I'm saying? And then when you finally do something to them, if you react out of frustration and physically, now it's just out of control. Versus, hey, I may be mad at the moment, but I'm thinking your ass is a little motherfucking, 5 to 10 motherfucking hits with his belt, and we gonna go on about our way. You gonna sit your ass down, and you gonna understand, right? So I think it's more so that than anything else.
Right. Yeah, no, I was just thinking, and I just want to get your 2 cents. I just don't want to forget. I was thinking like, if I got a whooping or a spanking, right, or just aside from my anecdotal, if we spanking kids when we angry, that ain't it. And I'm thinking that most times we got spanking is because the parent was angry, the parent was upset. So I'm not against spankings, but the parent can't be mad while doing it, right? It should be a lesson, not out of frustration. And I'm just trying to think, when we got spankings, I'm saying we, like us, were they mad at us at that point, or was it a lesson in it?
Both. Both of them. Again, I think unfortunately we helped usher in the whole gentle parenting shit because we were the last generation to get it. And then you had the influx of mental health and psychology and all this and therapy and stuff, right? And all this, whatever, and all physical abuse is abuse. There is no, these hard stances on corporal punishment and how there is no positive outcomes to it, right? So being that we helped usher that shit in, and we were the last people that experienced it, I think a lot of people, because the parents before us had none of this knowledge, they just, did what was did to them, right? And a lot of times that was out of anger and frustration and no knowledge whatsoever of, hey, you shouldn't be touching your kids when you're mad, right? And like I said, you learn better, you do better. But some people, because it was so traumatic to them, right? And it's a much easier thing to just completely get rid of it, to get a suggestion where you don't hit your kid at all. You muted.
Yeah, I'm diametrically opposed to striking a child when you're upset. There's no way you can meter the punishment properly. The punishment, if you're gonna use corporal punishment, the punishment must precisely fit the crime. If you're upset, you cannot possibly meter that properly. Furthermore, I think resorting to corporal punishment starts to delve into the realm of hypocrisy. Because that pretty much suggests that we're leading by example to say it's okay to resort to violence in response to when we feel like we've been done wrong, right? If your child went out and did that to someone else, someone did some, knocked something off their desk, or they did something that wasn't right, or, against their rules or whatever, and they got to whooping their ass, and you said, no, don't do that. Don't put your hands on them, right? Well, isn't that what you do to me? Now, it's different if someone puts their hands on you or like tries to steal from you. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about simple, goofy shit the kids do. You know what I mean? The parents normally would just make a correction. You know what I mean? You lie to me or something, right? If we could put our hands on the kids, but the kids can't put their hands on other kids, what message are you sending? I think it's a lazy and it lacks creativity. Now, I'm not saying that kids should be completely exempt from corporal punishment, right? There's a time and place for that. But I think we're too quick to enact, to those measures, those punitive measures. And when we do, emotions involved. I think it's hypocritical. I think it's lazy. I think it lacks creativity. And I think it's dangerous. You're muted.
That actually leads to the next video. Actually, can you pull that one? Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most.
I got the Carl Young shit for later. What I was looking for.
Okay, but the other, the YouTuber.
Yeah, for sure.
Cause I'm just looking at it, man. I'm talking about evil, chaos. We talking about inherent violence, right? The next step. And I wonder if what do you guys think? Are men inherently violent?
Yeah, men have the inherent capability of being violent. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with Aaron. Capability, you have to be. It's a necessity. Men have to be capable of violence. That's why and again, biology even leans towards that. That's why your bone. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, capable sounds like a cop, kind of, right?
Because I think
women are capable of violence. It's just the level of it is not the same.
Well, no. I think let's find a better word than capable, right? Because you say this all the time. You most niggas ain't go shoot nothing or kill nothing, let nothing die, right?
Yeah, that's my opinion. Yeah,
that's what honest facts. Like you said, if you even looking out over time, you look. Oh, that's a dog. I'm about to say, nigga, hey, somebody about to attack you. But no, like you said, right? Majority of people, I mean, I don't think get in fist fights. And when you look at the war and all this stuff, right? The minority of people actually shot their gun, stuff like that, right? So for the most part, everybody thinks they will perform one way in a dangerous situation or physical violence. But if they actually put to the test, right, it's not that way. Boxing, fighting, sparring, MMA, all these different things. Everybody thinks and it sounds good and you see other people do it. But when it comes time for them to do it, nah. You know what I'm saying? Until you get punched in the mouth or punched in the fucking nose, for real, that it all looks so simple and so easy. So I think men have to be more capable than the women do because it's more likely that you're going to encounter it than the woman.
It's said on the panel all the time. Most men are not gonna get busy. They don't have an initial propensity.
So this what scuffs my Timbs. You got the video, Aaron?
What to the Vegas thing?
Yeah,
I got the first one.
Share that one. So here's what scuffs my Timbs. Then why we kept on talking about men respect each other because there's always a low level threat of violence. If niggas ain't gonna bust a grig, but the capability. Nah, but here's what it actually says, though, right? They are afraid of who they can't take.
Yeah.
Not well, right. Not and you got equalizers, so you don't know. So I may think or know, that I can best somebody physically, right? But you got weapons now, right? So you know what I'm saying, and more likely than not. Go ahead.
Well, no, even beyond that, though. I mean, I agree with what you're saying, but I think that's secondary to what Hamp just said. I think that's exactly correct. They're afraid of who they can't take. The question is, how can you know for sure who you can take and who you can't, right? It's better to err on the side of caution. It's the low-level threat of violence, right? Not the low-level understanding that violence is coming. It's the potential threat for it. Whereas with women, it doesn't matter if they get violent or not. There's very little threat. With a man, you don't know if this is the right guy.
Yeah, I think we just stumbled upon the better answer though. I think it's fear of the outcome, right? It's not even the violence more so because hey, most people done, you know, I mean, I think you had some type of physical encounter with a man, football, basketball, whatever, you know, wrestling, something, right? But when it's actually violent and there's an issue and a problem, hey, you may not walk away from this shit, right? Or you might go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So it might cost you your life or limb, or you know what I'm saying, or your freedom, right? So I think people are more concerned with the outcome of it being the interaction than the actual, you know, encounter itself, because it's consequences and repercussions.
So Aaron, do me a favor. Click on that link I sent in the private chat.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure it out because
share that.
Yeah, share that one. Because we're looking at the inherent evil, inherent violence, and there was a follow-up question, Aaron, that you had. I'll look it up in a second. But the detriment in which these two potential factors impact the communities.
All right, this is the one.
Yeah, you can speed it up.
Really sliding and killing each other now over a YouTube beef. Y'all fried, bro. This takes Crash Dummy to a whole new level. Well, we can actually learn a lot from this situation and how everything played out. The two YouTubers that are involved in this very horrific situation.
Did something just happen?
No,
skipping.
Something happened.
Yeah, no one there. You got like a buffering, but other than that,
and Manny ain't really that storyline and dynamic play out on YouTube time after time after time. But rarely, if ever, do we see a more horrific ending than Sin City Manny is a YouTuber who's been on the platform for over a decade. He's amassed around 20,000 subscribers. He's not a big creator, and he's not a small creator. He actually amassed a pretty impressive and decent following. 20,000 subscribers is nothing to sneeze at. However, when you amass any type of following, what comes with it is, you know, it's people who love your content, who watch your content. There's reactors, and there's also people who don't like you or like your content. And there's a community of YouTubers who are usually incentivized to make hate videos about you and leash off your content because they see it as a quick and easy path to gain a following themselves. And we see that with almost every creator. I have a legion of YouTubers who leech onto me and make videos about me. I just see it as it comes with the territory, right? If I get this platform to exalt the Lord and make money and feed my family, then hey man, if that's what comes with it, I'll take it, bro. Because the worst case scenario is I go back to working at a call center, being homeless, not being able to do nothing for my family. So if having a little bit of haters is what it takes, man, to grow and have a following on YouTube, I'll take it. However, not everyone have my approach. Sin City Manny, for the most part, would really engage with other YouTubers who are making videos about him. He would often do reactions to them, react to them.
So you got this guy, right? Sin City Manny, 20,000 subscribers. He does content. I don't know what they do content about specifically. All right. And then he has haters like Flacco was just describing, essentially people who come at him, pick beef with him, etc. Go to minute 5. So this the dude right here who he got the back and forth beef with, right? And he basically makes content
He was
about
faced with that reality that, yo, you only have 20,000 subscribers. Your hate train is just too large and too great right now at this stage for you to ever succeed. Finney was Manny's biggest adversary from Manny's perspective to making it big one day, because Finney was very open that he had no plan on stopping. As a matter of fact, he put Manny's name in his title, hoping that when people search up Sin City Manny, they would discover his channel so they can see all the hate that he has said about Manny. So Finney was really content. He was in a great position. If Manny ever grows, well, his channel will grow too, because he's a Manny hate channel. And hey, if Manny don't grow, then mission successful.
Hey, real quick. Hey, when you don't want to tell your name, but when you go click Sin City Family, guess who's gonna come up? Shout out to the algorithms. Shout out to the algorithms. Shout out to me putting your name in the title so this would happen. That was the goal, man. It was to get big enough. When they type your name in, Big Smile Finney come up, and I'll be smiling hard, man. And then they go click it like, hey, what's this dude smiling so hard about? Then they come in and they hear me say, man, he's a punk.
If you go to Finney's channel, you would see like almost every video was about Sin City Manny, man. Every one. Like 5-hour and 6-hour live streams, man, of people just ragdolling this dude Sin City Manny, man, going at him, exposing him, talking about his wife, his family, him. Yo, their entire mission was to make sure that Sin City Manny do not become a successful YouTuber. For a relatively small YouTuber, Finney was making a lot of money.
Go ahead, go to 11:30.
For essentially running a Sin City Manny hate channel.
JC told me
You're right there.
That fat boy over in Arizona. Somebody got check him. Send me the picture. I want to see that. Somebody got to do it. Did you mess it on me?
These threats and warnings.
So right here is where Sin City Manny is threatening the other guy. Yo, when he come out here, etc. You want me to play it?
From Manny was well received. Now, Finney was strong in his conviction that he was making videos and tearing down a guy that he believes shouldn't have a platform. He was making videos destroying a guy that he believes is a very terrible human being. So he was strong in his convictions. Manny was also strong in his convictions because Manny felt like Finney was going out of his way to tear him down when he didn't deserve it. But Finney was very open that he had no plans on stopping, and he would actually brag even after receiving the threats. He would actually brag about being the reason why Manny's channel and his career is going to the dump, and his channel and his career is going up.
Comes around. What? Ain't that the last year for you, buddy? How's the last year been going? You want to do a comparison to what you've been doing the year before? I think they call it at their house life before Finney. Like when they be arguing and shit, before Finney, it used to be. So they like you know, this should be before BC. At their house is before Finney. Before Finney. Here we go.
He took pride in being a reason why Manny's life wasn't going how he wanted it to go. He took pride. You see, yo, Finney is smiling. Yo, he's obviously content with his conviction that he's doing the right thing.
So he's a hate channel for this dude named Manny, right? Go to minute 17. So now Finney lets it be known he's going to Las Vegas to party and hang out. Right? Keep going. Keep going. Yeah. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah. Right. That he's no, right. When the white dude pops up.
Gun. You know what? Yeah, I'm not getting into a confrontation. I'm not meeting up with this dude at all.
You better believe it. You come to my city and think I'm not going to show up? You think I'm not going to show up? I should have been the first one to be told, right? Somebody should have sent me my invite. Mr. Marcus. That's right. We outside. We're doing field bar tonight.
In this video,
there, homie. Or wherever you go, I will be there.
He looking for him because the dude Finney was in his city now.
Fan, you know.
He been taunting them for years.
Just watching how far Finney videos have driven this man off the edge is one of the reasons why I don't
minute
do the
20
content, right? Like I'll make a video or two or maybe three about somebody, but I really don't.
Pause it.
What is?
So the dude creates a hate channel on the dude Manny, right? Trying to stop his flow, trying to stop his money, stop his shine, hating on him, and they don't even give you derivative of why, right? They don't even tell you how. They're not from the same city or nothing, you know, but they may do similar content, whatever the case is. And so he found a way to make money and eat off this dude, right? I think the dude Manny had 20,000 subscribers. The other dude was like, 5 or 6, whatever the case is, and building his clout and fame off of him. So now Finney putting it up and posting it. He's streaming from Las Vegas. And as you saw, Manny was in the car trying to see where he was at. He said he went to this many different hotels, this many casinos, and he couldn't find him. And then they actually end up running into each other. Go ahead.
But Finney seen Manny and he laughed a little bit. And then the confrontation happened.
That's Finney right there.
Finney still thinks it's a joke because Manny is this super tiny guy super angry. Finney is this laid back guy who's pretty tall. So he spots Manny walking by and he starts laughing. He still thinks it's a joke. He thinks Manny is harmless, but Manny is filled with rage right now because he feels like you have been destroying the career that he worked hard to build. So Finney books it because Manny spotted Finney's wife. So when he spots Finney's wife, he realizes Finney is somewhere here. So then he spots Finney. So then he pulls out his gun and tries to circle back to get Finney. Now, Finney and his wife is probably thinking Manny isn't going to hurt the wife. He wants Finney. So the wife gets in front of Manny to prevent him from getting to Finney. Finney sees that and he tries to book it. He gets out the frame. Manny then spots Finney and begins to shoot. At that point, Manny is filled with so much rage that he took anyone who got in the way. Now, currently, we know that Finney got hit and he was shot and killed. We know the wife was killed, and we know another bystander was hit. Now, that person's condition is currently unknown. There's rumors that person passed away. I haven't heard any official claims yet, but currently, we know for sure that Finney and his wife, they both passed away. And we literally witnessed their last moment in 4K. All over YouTube beef. All over, quite possibly dreams of becoming a big YouTuber that was probably never going to materialize. These dudes were a part of a niche community on YouTube, essentially centered around one dude who people thought was silly, and they made videos about. They maybe clowning him, talking about his wife, and he just couldn't take it. He broke. He snapped. Now, one, Manny is a piece of like he's a bro. He's a terrible human being. Manny should burn in hell.
Go ahead, you can pause.
Right?
It.
I don't care what the.
So that story, man, literally words beefing, and this sounds crazy, right? But back in 2011, I think 2012, when the Concords came out, niggas was getting smoked for them shits. Concords is the white and black 11s, high top, right? Mr. Fantastic?
Yeah.
Niggas getting their boots
had them on yesterday.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right? I definitely been in a bang out saying niggas stepped on my sneakers and shit like that. You know? Your words matter, right? Essentially. But is this in men for real, for real? Is this the inherent nature in terms of the impact? How does men responding like this impact the people, places, things, and communities around us? And if we disproportionately represent in violent crimes, from murder to robbery and all that, what is the destructive nature? What does it bring? Is it true? What is a bigger issue?
I think it's a foolish. That was a perfect word you used earlier. I think it's a foolish attempt to preserve whatever it is that's trying to be preserved. I mean, I understand that there's a motive or a reason behind a lot of this violence. Preserving one's livelihood, protecting one's wares, assets, or whatever. But it's just a foolish, simple-minded valuation of these things versus the frailty of life. You know what I mean? I think it's just a piss poor job at appraising whatever it is that you're trying to protect or gain. If you're willing to go that far to protect and gain it.
Yeah. I think it's a part of biology and sociology and just human condition and frustration, right? So this wasn't just random. This was asked for.
Yeah.
Right. This was years and years of agitation and I ain't gonna say bullying, but
antagonizing.
Pretty much, yeah, antagonizing, right? Appreciate you, Aaron. Right. So and every person has their limit, man. And once you keep poking that bear, it's cool on the third poke, pause, right? But once you make it to 10, you can't be like, well, hey, I poked him 3 times and he didn't do anything. All right. And I think it's a lot of things where men play with other motherfuckers, man. You never know how far a motherfucker will go.
You know what I'm saying?
So-
You're literally gambling with your life when you're putting your bets on the reaction of somebody else's to your disrespect or your whatever.
Okay. So that's the thing, right? This is what Aaron proposed. He said, men exact violence to be right and exact based on what seemingly arrogant, Aaron, and correct me if I'm wrong, logic.
Yeah.
Women will exact violence based on an emotional thing.
Correct.
But I obviously disagree. This idiot, this fool, right? He's a fucking nincompoop, right? Now Miss Fantastic is right, but isn't it ignorant that he is right?
Yes.
So we talking shit, right? You got to answer for them words. I understand that, but doesn't mean it's not ignorant.
Agreed.
So if I shoot you to death, you and your wife, and we talking shit on the internet, is it justified? Or is he in a fucking asshole and should he do life in prison? At what point is the violence okay? Because our egos get involved.
Well, I think the ego is responding to a logical chain of events, and I think the ego is where the poor appraisal takes place, right? That's the part where the value assessment goes out the window. Am I breaking up?
No.
No, you good.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I think both of you are right, 100%. But there's an event that caused, you know what I mean, the action, and then the action was blown out of proportion. And it was ego that did it.
But only thing that I heard that I need a reconciliation is, Mr. Fantastic, where you play stupid games, get stupid prizes. Is that your sentiment on that thing?
Yeah. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
I know, but then when we talk about the boys stabbing each other, that sentiment is rendered moot for that situation.
Well, I think it's for that situation. It wasn't a play stupid game situation. So clearly antagonizing somebody and picking at them
with words.
Time. Yeah, I understand that, but over time versus an isolated incident is two different things, because that's always going to be perception or discretionary, right? We say this all the time, like, hey, you good got 37 meanings. You good? You good? You good? You feel me? So you good from a familiar person is a greeting. Okay. You good in a certain tone could either be a greeting or a challenge from a stranger. You feel me? And a lot of the times, things can get lost in the situation, right? You in a new area, you know somebody new or so on and so forth, and hey, what you doing? What you doing here? Where you from? Right? Motherfucker ask you that shit, you know, depending on where you from, that's a challenge. You know what I'm saying? If you're from other areas, it's just like, oh man, I'm from here. You know, you're not taking none of it. And it may be a challenge, but because you're not from that environment or from that area, that region, you're just, hey, yeah, I'm from Georgia. No, nigga, where you from? Well, I just told you. What do you mean? Like, you know, you can have that hat on. What the fuck you mean I can have this hat on? It's a fucking Georgia hat and I'm in fucking LA. Why can't I wear a Georgia hat in LA? And now you dodging bullets or punches or whatever. I don't know.
It's
weird
territorialism.
Shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, it's individual instant situations are a whole lot different than a track record of disrespect and antagonization. That's what I'm saying. The unfortunate situation with Carmelo Anthony and Austin guy was something that HAMP, I'm pretty sure you've seen it, right? You coach boys in football, right? These are boys that know each other, but you know, somebody get the best of somebody in the play and so on and so forth, right? And they don't got no beef, they don't got no static, but somebody did something they felt was wrong, and right there in that moment, you wouldn't justify as a player games to win stupid prizes. That's just like, hey, boys in an intense challenge situation that happens on the daily, and we handle it, right? Now, if one goes too far and seriously
harms the other or kills the other. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. An instantaneous thing, a situation is totally different from this situation where this was definitely play stupid games, win stupid prizes, because you keep fucking with a motherfucker. You can't get mad once you motherfucker respond over time.
And look at the details of this Vegas thing. That could be interpreted as an act of war or declaration of war or reason to declare war. He was continuously antagonizing this man by saying he's the cause of the demise of his success or the downfall, or whatever, right? This guy is seeing a reduction in his ability to produce, and this guy is making claims that he has something to do with that. What's that sound like other than war? Like, I was doing well, and now you've come and taken food off my plate. Let's get it cracking. That's what I say about the logical chain of events. Like there's a cause and effect that kind of triggers the man's, whether it's a survival instinct or protective instinct or territorial instinct. It's usually combat.
But he murdered 2 people.
Ill-appraised combat. Poorly appraised. Right? The value assessment is piss poor. I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying I understand that the flow of logic through the sequences of events. But yeah, there's a great deal of discernment that is missing.
I just don't know how we can couple the lack of discernment, piss poor manifestation of how he felt, and say that then he was logical at some point.
No, he wasn't logical. I'm saying there is a logical chain of events that led him to that, right? There's a sequence of events. There's a cause and effect. That's the logic. I'm not saying it's a logical thing that he did.
Yeah, but Aaron, the end goal determines where the logic is absent, because the end result is so extreme and doesn't make sense. What part of logic gets him to put down the murder game?
No. I think you're misinterpreting my use of the word logic.
Okay.
Logic is just a series of connected events, or just cause and effect. Like I said, the appraisal of what the effect is supposed to be, or your reaction to the effect, that's up to the individual. But it's not like he just didn't like the way this guy looked. He was no threat. You know what I mean? He just looked at him and said, "This is a ugly motherfucker," or you know what I mean? And then pops him. It's not. Or he reminds me of my father, who used to kick my ass, and he pops. Like, there's an emotional response that has zero logic. Like, there was something that led him to this place of poor judgment.
No, I understand you're saying that there's a chain of events in which you can pinpoint, okay, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened. So it's linear in terms of the chain, but it's bullshit though. Yeah. This ending to what they was teasing him or talking about makes no sense. I can't even see it as man shit unless men act like this when we feel away, because you know what this was? Emotion. So this is the thing. When we talking about, we always have a low level threat of violence. Why? With the most emotional niggas? Is that why? The most emotional men have an overt reaction to words, phrases, arguments.
This is true, but I don't think that's the absolute. I think there's a low level threat of violence with men that are not emotional. I mean, there's certain things you cannot do to me, and I'm not a very emotional person, because there's a serious threat of violence that will befall you.
Yeah, no, 100%. Me too. I'm talking about when I'm seeing people react to stuff like this emotionally and pull the banger, right?
It's both.
Huh?
It's both.
What
you're saying, the low level threat of violence is both the threat of emotion leading to violence, or the threat of your poor judgment, right? Facing the wrong motherfucker being the source of violence. They both are the threat.
So where are we at, man? So do you think the inherent nature of either is justified, or do you think we need to throw both of it out?
The inherent nature of
Men being violent.
Emotion-based violence needs to go. But a propensity towards violence in the face of a threat, no.
The reason, so you seen that stat where it said men overrate their fighting prowess by 400%.
Yep.
So in what way are men violent if they can't even fight? Like, they get mad quick?
No, I think Ham, I think this we're uncovering. It's a jacket that's put on as a societal thing, right? So the being the fact of the matter that serial killers make up less than 1% of the population, right? But over 90% of serial killers are men, right? So that's what people do. People use the overrepresentation in the small percentage and then account that to the masses when it doesn't fit. So, like you said, most men in most cases don't want anything physical whatsoever, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No matter how big he is, a motherfucker can be the biggest, strongest motherfucker in the world. Muscles don't win fights, motherfucker. All right,
Yeah.
You feel me? So, but I think that whole thing, and then a lot of men being able to get on and talk about it, that don't, like you gave a perfect example with what was the dude named, the white boy, talking about men are stronger and men can this and men can that. And this motherfucker ain't open a fucking pickle jar. You feel me? So even though he's the last person that should ever be talking about physical prowess and what men have the advantage over a woman, right? Because he's been put to the test and he literally can't fulfill it. He perpetuates the message that men have the ability, therefore applying it to the masses, even though of those that, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't actually apply to.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I just want to make sure it says both. Do we throw it out in terms of the hyperbole with the women's argument as well?
Well, yeah, I don't even think it. No, this is what I'm saying.
The evil part.
No, this is what I'm saying. When men aren't saying that all women are evil. What we're pointing out is that women have the capability of being evil, and everybody wants to act like it's non-existent.
Okay.
So it's the inverse, right? So men are always violent, and you can't convince anything otherwise, right? If you defend it, you're defending violent men. You're defending the murderers. You're defending the rapists. You're defending the PDF files, right? All men are this. What men are saying, well, no, women are capable of the same things as human beings. Not all women do it. You feel me?
Okay. So let me regurgitate it. Chris, what up? Gary, what up? So you sharing the sentiment men are violent, right? In the earth. That's the sentiment about men's inherent nature, right?
Yes.
The sentiment in the earth is women are not evil.
Yes. Thank you.
Women's
Women,
absolute.
yes, women are innocent, defenseless creatures, and if they do something violent, it's because they were made to do it, right?
Yeah.
It's an excuse for it.
Yeah.
It's not their propensity. It's an outside force that made them turn against their natural, non-violent, caring, nurturing nature. You feel me? That's what it is.
Okay. Now,
and I think that.
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying that I think that's the separation when the term logic that I use that separates it. And I'm looking at Merriam-Webster's definition. C, interrelation or sequence of facts or events when seen as inevitable or predictable. So it's just by the logic of events. That's the part that I think women are afforded unjustly when they, like Fantastic said, when they do something goofy, it was brought on by something else out of their control. It was in response to something that justified them.
Okay. I understand it. All right, let me think through it a little bit. Now, in the lady, right, you have to use hyperbolic situations to illustrate the point, right? That lady, I haven't seen that in mass at all, right? But I've seen situations, right, when we point them out. But when I click through and start looking at similar situations, there's enough to where I'm alarmed by it, sickened by it, leaving the kids at home. This stuff we covered. When I was clicking through, there was men in those pots too, like I was explaining earlier. But I understand what we're trying to break ground on. Gary, what's popping, man?
Niggas don't know.
What's up, Hamp? What's goody? How you?
I'm all right.
What you think?
Yeah, that was just crazy.
you can't be out here over. I would never expect to die over a YouTube beef. Even though I just started the channel like maybe less than a year ago, and I haven't really put too much on there. I don't want to get to the point where I would think somebody would kill me because of what's been said on YouTube. And I don't understand like the reasoning. I don't really think there was any logic behind it. It was just pure emotion and ego driving it. And decisions were made that can't be taken back, and now 2 lives are ruined, 2 people are gone forever, and it's unfortunate.
What would you be willing to fight over, Gary?
Just my family, I guess. If I had kids, I think that's about the only thing you would really fight about like immediately. Now, once you get older, you realize, you evolve past the schoolyard beef and high school drama. That it's not worth it because there are consequences now with you being an adult. The only time I would see like you using that type of force if somebody's like has the potential to take your life, if that's when you're justified.
Okay.
No, that wasn't kosher at all. He literally went and saw him out in a different city, and not only killed his wife but killed him and potentially another person in the crowd. That's ridiculous. No, sir.
It makes so. Here's the thing, right? When we are discussing the men's violence, is it more justifiable? Because it sounds like it a little bit. Like when men exact violence, it sounds a little bit more like we can justify it. Like it's okay. Is it okay for men to be violent?
Well, I don't think it's okay, but I think like Aaron said, it's a logic behind it. For the most part, an offense occurred and there's a response to the offense. Yes. Now it could be too far, but for the most part, no man is just randomly, jumping on people. Like Gary said, as adults, that's too big of a risk, right? So for the most part, and that's why most crimes, right, are happened by people that right? There's close proximity. So especially if we're talking about violent crimes. Violent crimes are usually, people that the person knows, not a random stranger. So a lot of the times, man, it's some violation that occurred, and then it's an overreaction to that violation, which again, is not necessarily justifiable, but at least it's logical. Chris, go ahead, fam. It's on you.
Regarding the situation, I put in a super chat. What's a 10 to you is a 3 to me. So as far as the person who lost their life, if your actions are going to lead to certain outcomes, you got to be prepared with what comes with it. Now, you could say him losing his life is an extreme. Him losing his wife's life is an extreme. Where did this all started? Because you generated a channel with the sole purpose to target other people that is much more successful than you. And you're going to sit here, whether it be in heaven or hell, wondering, how did I get here? Your actions or your problems usually starts from the beginning. This is where it led you to the graveyard. And you could say, we're on the internet. This is just internet shit. The internet can't protect you anymore. I could turn this off. Let's say if I have an issue with him, I could turn this off, go pay whoever I need to pay to find out where he lived, and go handle that situation. If it was ever to come to that, because the internet cannot protect you at all. So internet and real life blends together because they go hand in hand. What if you don't want to find yourself in certain situations? You have to think about, it starts right now. Where can this possibly lead me to? I'm pretty sure the guy didn't think he would ever walk around breathing out of his forehead as his last moments in life. He wasn't thinking that. But look where he's at. Look where his wife at. The guy that pulled the trigger, he's still alive, albeit probably going to do life in jail. But me personally, he was prepared for that outcome. Otherwise, he wouldn't have done it. So as far as homeboy losing his life, hey, sorry to be the bad guy, but he earned it. This is what he asked for.
Damn.
Sorry.
You know what it is?
You
We see the. What'd you say, Gary? Sorry.
So you need to play the clip from Snowfall where Franklin hits Leon with the you fucking up the money because you don't like the way another nigga talks. That's basically what this is. It's words. There are other ways to handle it. You can do a defamation lawsuit. Hell, you can ask the guy that, hey man, like I'm tired of you mouthing off. Meet me up at a gym. Let's duke it out. But the fact you took a gun and first, like I could see maybe if you just wanted to confront him in public for like some views on YouTube, but you brought a gun. You took it to a whole nother level. Like that's just it's different.
Yo, this is so. I want us to understand, right, Mr. Fantastic, Chris, Aaron, when they are saying men are violent, full stop, as a negative, this conversation that we having, you realize still man's that argument, right? So when they put that jacket on us about being violent for no apparent reason, and then the reason that we're giving is because he earned it through talking on the internet, and I agree. Your words, this is Sparta, right? Right? You, the messenger, everybody's responsible. I understand that, but when they cast a negative jacket in a light and then they look back at this conversation, it was still man that conversation, because we're literally talking about they died for talking shit. Right? So what do we want to dispel? Or did you want to, are we just clarifying the fact of why men get violent? Because it is largely emotional. Because if you think about it logically, this is not the conclusion you come to.
Right. So with the acts of men being violent, although I just think that's just a human trait, but let's go with the narrative.
Okay.
If men are being violent, I will much rather be inherently violent than inherently evil. Violence is just a tool. I can use it for whatever I need to use it for. Ladies, if somebody's coming at you with a knife, the last thing you want me to be is not violent. That's the last thing you want me to be.
That's true. That's true.
So give me violent all day, every day. Like I said, it's a human trait. Everybody's violent. But if man is violent, I will much rather be violent than evil, because that's something that has been internalized and it's going to take a while to get rid of. Violent is a tool. How you use it is up to you.
Okay. No, I understand. I catch your drift. I'm just saying, if we're
faced with evil, I plan on getting violent.
Okay, fair. But all I'm saying is when things are spoken in hyperbole, we are not disproving the hyperbole, the sentiment. That's all I'm saying. I just hope we good on that. Like, we accept the fact they look at men as inherently violent, because we're saying these situations and situations beyond these, violence should be exacted, right? And you don't get to control your outcomes. You don't get to control your repercussions, right? So if me and Chris J get into it and he willing to pull a hammer and I'm not, I don't get to determine that, right? I don't get to determine what level of violence another man is willing to go. I just hope it doesn't supersede the violence that I'm willing to exact. That's all we saying. But we saying we violent. That's why we tread lightly with each other in person, just in case shit could jump off. So is the inherently violent less? Is it not true? In a negative way.
I still say it's, but like we said, for the majority of men, if we applied it to the masses and the majority, yes, it's not true, because most men are not willing. Even if we go and we looked at assaults, right? And you compared the assaults to the overall population, that would tell you that it's still a very, very small percentage. So again, are men capable of violence? Of course. And you're more capable of it because you have to be more prepared for it happening to you, right? Men are killed at 4 times the rate that women are, right? So just off of that, that's the extreme, of course. But I imagine it would be like 10 times if we talked about, physical altercations, assaults, and fights, right? So what we're saying is, it's still not the case, because the majority of men, as we all admitted here, are not violent and haven't experienced violence, and they go away from it. You know what I'm saying? Even if faced with it, you know what I'm saying? A lot of men, even if hey man, let's put them up. Nah, bro, fuck it, you got it.
You feel me? So that's why I say it can't be. It's still not true because it doesn't apply to the majority of men.
Well, but here's a okay. Okay. We understand that, right? It doesn't apply to the majority. Unless put in a situation, I wonder, even though I don't like I tend to
even still, like you said, I agree. I would say if we had 10 random men that were let's say to keep it balanced, right? To stay with the same thing, either fight or flight. You can fight or run. I say 6 out of those 10 men are going to run.
Okay.
I say at least 6, if not 50-50 at best. But if you gave them the choice, hey, you put a person, let's say he's not too, too intimidating, right? Let's make him 6 feet tall, 200 pounds, and just a regular build.
Okay. No. So I understand that. So I just want to make sure. I just want to not make sure, but I want to make sure that the consistent. So men are capable of violence, right? It's necessary. Essentially, the necessary part is the one part that would differ from being evil. There'd be no reason to be evil, right?
Yeah.
But what the evil thing is, we want people to understand is that women are capable of being evil. Women, they shit stinks also. The accountability needs to be there, and there shouldn't be so much deference shown, right? When she does something, she should get blamed and charged or whatever the case for it.
And hung from space like a man would, yes.
Okay. So we just looking at capabilities.
Yeah, capability or propensity towards a thing, sure. But whether you are means you've perpetrated that before.
Capable propensity seem different to me.
Well, propensity comes between capable and
are you saying women have the propensity for
minority? Minority of women have the propensity. All women are capable.
So yeah, that's why we're talking about
more quantum leap from where we started, where neither is true.
Yeah, I see what he's saying, but to the comparison of the two, yeah, what we're saying is the women, like Aaron said, right, even from a verifiable to where you can make the comparison, where we said like women that do the same crimes, be they violent, be they drugs or whatever, but let's just focus on violence. We're talking about violence. They still receive lesser of a sentence, right? And they get a lot more sympathy and all these different things. Even expect like hell, Casey Anthony, that bitch, right? A father that did that to, I don't think a jury finds that man not guilty. I don't think we even have a similar case of a father doing something like this and he was found not guilty. You feel me? If someone knows it, hey, let us know, put it in the chat or something. But I've never heard of a story of a father being that dead to rights for the responsibility of the disappearing of their child, right? Because was the body ever recovered? The body was never recovered, correct?
I think they found the body. I think they found the body.
Did. Okay, yeah. So
in the woods.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So I don't think you can name, but that's what we're saying. The society has a sympathy for women that even go to the furthest of doing evil things.
Now let me ask a question. That part, right? Chris, Gary, is that's men though, right? Is that a double standard? Is that a double standard that will forever exist? Is that men don't exact consequence on women like they do each other? Because we die by the hands of men most of the time, which is why we get killed more often. So is that a double standard? Is it going to change? Should it change? And do men even want it to change based on the fact that we don't prosecute women at the same rates?
I think it should change. I think it's just a part of accountability. I mean, I don't see any reason why not. Why, if they do the same crime, they shouldn't suffer the same consequences. If you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Well, I understand that. I'm saying that men, right? The most judges, right? All the lawmakers, etc. Most majority men. It was men in Kentucky, Chris, the Senate, that voted in to have retroactive child support when the baby's in the womb. Men voted that shit in. So All I'm saying is it a double standard about them not being prosecuted in the same way that we generally accept because we the ones that choose what the punishment is most of the time?
To what Garen was saying, I agree. It is a double standards and it needs to be equal. Now, I guess the question will go to why it is the way it is. Essentially, I don't know. I don't know where a group of men in law decided to and take this shift. Child support while the baby's not even born. Somebody's gonna have to. I'm willing to hear some logic to why that should be the case. Granted, you can't prove that baby's yours from inside the room more times than not. But as far as what you're saying, it should be fair across the board because at the end of the day, we're humans. It doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter that that's a woman. We should be charged equally.
I hear you, Chris, sitting here, right? But what you do for work, what you an expert? Somebody got an echo. Gary, mute for me. But what you do for work, right? And I've seen it around the way. Two men fighting, they just fighting.
Mm-hmm.
A woman fighting a man, niggas is intervening, running through there to save her, whatever the case is, right?
Yep.
So I believe what you're saying, but I don't know if we believe it in real time.
And masses know. It's just based off of the doctrine. Whereas if a woman is with that scenario, if a woman is in trouble like that, men are going to jump in and protect the woman. I'm not trying to use any. I'm trying to avoid using the word simple, whatever the case may be. But that's just something that most of us have grown up to and heard and taught. If a woman's in trouble, step in and do what you. Sorry, my neighbor's tripping. Step in and do what you got to do. Whereas me, I'll go ahead. I usually don't talk about current events while I'm at work. Well, while I'm with the company, but I'll say this: when I was in downtown, there was at night. Obviously, this couple leaving the club. I seen the woman smack her boyfriend, or whatever, and I was just walking towards the situation. I'm not running. I can see it from where I was at. Just walking. She's trying to say, he hit me. He did this. He did that. Aren't you going to protect me? No, because my eyes work. I'm going to treat you just like I would treat anybody else. It starts with one person to make that change so the masses can then follow. You got to treat everybody equally.
So let me ask you, do you think that we, though, naturally see them as weaker, right? Like, did somebody have to teach us that, or did we kind of grow up knowing and understanding that? Kids as well.
It was first taught to us because when we push a girl down at the schoolyard, or you have siblings, you push your sister down. There's always an adult, particularly a female, to come say, you are a boy, you are a male, you don't do that to women. So it starts there and it grows from when you were a kid, and that's where we're at right now as a society. Whereas if a girl pushes a boy, they're gonna say, walk it off, man up, don't cry, and let it happen. It starts with when we're children.
Yeah, 1000%.
So it's not biological?
No, it's a thought behavior.
It's very well nurtured in little boys at a young age. Well, children at a young age. That's why you got men who will.
Yeah, because
that's why you got men who will, like you said, jump to save a woman if she gets in a fight without the contact. Whereas women can swing off on a man and think she's owed protection in that format.
Okay. So that's okay. So okay. Damn. Do you guys agree, Aaron and Gary, it's not biological for men to be protected over women and children?
I think it is partially biological, but it's also a learned and taught behavior too. I think and then it's a generational thing as well. Because I think as the generations, pass, that men are starting to become or think more about equality with women, especially when it comes towards the law and how it applies to both of us. But as far as interpersonal relationships, I think the double standard will remain there.
Yeah. Aaron, what do you think? You're on mute.
So I do think it's biological, but I think anything that's biological has checks and balances in place, kind of like the biological imperative being put in check by the biological need to, be selective, which, you know what I mean? These biological components can oppose one another. So a man's biological instinct to protect women and children would be overridden by his survival instinct, his self-preservation. I'm not going to try to save this person if I'm sure it is going to cost me my life. That's out. But if I can be reasonably sure that I'll be fine on the other end of this, I'm not going to stand by and just let this happen. Sure.
Yeah. You know why you can't tell me that?
Why?
Because self-preservation, the being number one, has been usurped by self-gratification. Because the power of the pussy, niggas will risk their fucking life.
Right. Yes. I don't know if that's entirely true. I don't think their self-preservation has been fully triggered. I think their understanding of something so there we go with poorly appraising things that I was saying earlier.
Okay.
While their life may be in danger, they're not appraising that threat very well. So therefore, their survival instinct's not going to be triggered. You put a gun to a man's head and tell him to go dive in, he's not going to go in there.
What does self-preservation look like? It has to be in an extreme case?
No, I'm just saying something has to trigger it.
Okay, so
he has to really feel like he's genuinely threatened, and disease is not readily. It's something that a man thinks he can avoid. Poor appraisal.
No, this shit's weird. Now, where we at, man?
The people make poor decisions, and
inherently.
Oh,
that's the one thing I learned today, Aaron. We make stupid decisions inherently. That's one thing that's true
across the board. Yes.
Because we say, men, hey, if I need to smoke you based on what you said to me, right? Yeah. Your words have repercussions, right? You are responsible and accountable for everything you say and do, right? We get it. But we don't want to be seen as inherently violent. And to prove that we aren't, we say most men are pussy.
Well, we're inherently capable of violence. The minority of men have an inherent propensity towards violence.
It's just a soup. Like, I think that we tired of eating salad. Now we just making a soup. Like, we got celery and carrots, chicken. Then you had some leftover sausage, pause. You put it in there, pause. Right? We just saying shit. We saying everything at once. So so what are we trying to say about our behavior?
That oftentimes is led by poor judgment. One of my mantras in life is that women are crazy, men are stupid. So women are out of their tree, men are plumb dumb.
Okay, so are we throwing out the notion that men are illogical? Is that what we just uncovered?
No.
How? We just said everything at once. This soup gonna be nasty as a motherfucker. Gary done put Cajun in that motherfucker. Right? He put one of them stank ass Chicago pizzas in it. So now it's got too much bread in it.
I don't understand the analogy.
We just throwing it. It's like a gump. It's like a slop. Chris done put bouillon in it or boudin, whatever that shit is.
That is boudin.
Miss Fantastic done fucked it up because now I can't eat it because he done put chitlins in the motherfucker. Aaron threw in there a steak and cheese from Pat's, the worst fucking one you can get.
True indeed. Facts. Worse. Aaron's also classically
shit,
pretty
I call him
cheese
shit
whiz
lips.
on it.
Yeah, that's nasty work.
That is some nasty
That's what I'm
shit.
saying. This is nasty work. What the fuck are we talking about right now?
So I think
No, I think you're trying to. So we're trying to work through the complexity, man. Like I said, I think it's oversimplified to something that's extremely complex, right?
Fair.
And like I said, I definitely. Well, I know. Not even I think. I know that most men are not violent. Just point blank. Period. Most dudes aren't. So being that we know most men aren't violent, right? Even though you may have to be prepared for it, and you may even be capable, right? Hell, we seen the shit. Everybody was talking about the plane landing that happened yesterday or day before yesterday. I think it was yesterday. The American Airlines joint.
Couple of
Not
days.
one man helped one woman or child. Not one. The motherfucker was old too. Fuck them kids. Fuck them hoes too, right? So what I'm saying in a dire situation, bro, self-preservation is first, is paramount in a lot of these things. And then what do we know? If you're faced with violence, it's self-preservation. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna if you can avoid it and not get anything, most men are going to run. Most men are going to avoid. Most people are not going to most men are not going to meet the threat head on.
We don't protect kids no more either.
Hey man, you saw the shit with HAMP. Remember the movie theater shooting?
Which one? Aurora?
Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, Dark Knight Rises. Yeah. Remember, the man had to save a whole nother woman and her child but it booked it. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying. How the majority of men are that, not hey, save the day. Put your drawers on the outside of your pants and face the fucking fire.
Wait, so I done argued on a Wednesday night show. You was there. Are you saying most men are cowards?
No. I'm not saying most men are cowards. I'm saying that most men are not going to fucking fight unless their life depended on it. If you can avoid the fucking conflict and you can avoid the fucking back and forth, yeah, you're going to avoid it. But if it's something where you don't have no choice, hey, motherfuckers not go, please, man, please beg and plead for whatever. Hey, it is what it is. I got to do this shit.
Logic and principle are not required to be in agreement in agreement with one another. Same thing with emotions. They don't have anything to do with those two, nor what's legal. These are 4 different approaches to decision making. And I think that's what we're mining out.
Doesn't logic derive from principles?
No.
Oh, no. Logic has
no. Logic is objective, is sequence. It is what it is, cause and effect.
Yeah, outcome, positive outcome, or the equation, the answer to the equation is supposed to be there. That's what all logic is.
Probability.
Logic has no emotions, no principles, no nothing. Because logic can go completely, totally against morals, values, and principles.
Choose an outcome, and what's the probability of arriving at it by enacting these sequences of events? That's it. Answer that question. It's mathematical.
Or the known outcome that is supposed to happen. So there's some things that already have a finite answer to the equation where it's supposed to be that no matter the circumstances.
That's predictability. Exactly.
Yes.
Principle ain't nothing to do with that.
Okay.
Okay.
And going back to what Hamp was saying earlier, putting all this stuff in the pot, I don't think we need to overcomplicate a straight line when it comes to which one would you rather be, evil or violent. Like I said, violent is a tool. Evil speaks to something different, something immoral or wicked. So which one would you rather choose? I'll be violent all day, every day before I consider to be an immoral person. Now, putting that to the side, when you bring up scenarios where the opportunity for you to be violent is there, but logic is saying, is this a scenario where you have to use be violent? That's where when logic comes into the equation, emotion is extracted. So I don't have to be violent to solve for a situation. I can simply either remove myself or I can just talk it out and figure it out. I don't have to use violence. Just because I have a gun, that doesn't mean I can use the gun at any time that I want to. That's where logic comes in, because goodbye emotions.
Okay. So let me read these real quick. Because I gotta follow up. Matter of fact, so we get it. Women can be wicked, that's for damn sure, right? We see a lot of different proceedings and such, so that needs to be normalized. I think the women understand that. There was a couple women who said it on the POV panel specifically. I think I find more of an issue with our behavior as we mine through this shit, because I'm trying to put where logic is, where we are. Are we brave? You know, are we violent? Most of us aren't. Can we protect? You know, like, what's our direction? You know, like for the men, like, what is our direction? What are we emphatically? If we don't have a nature to protect weaker vessels, that gave me cause for pause. If somebody had to literally teach us that. Now I understand. I would agree if it has to be fostered, but it would have to be there for it to be fostered. If somebody just had to nurture us to move that way, that seemingly goes against the physical prowess and the nature. What were we when we had nuclear families, when we were out kind of building the world, right? When it was sticks and stones and shit like that, right? The man is big and strong for a reason. Outside of himself, I thought. Let me read these real quick. AP with a $10 says, we only got whooped when we knew better. I believe spankings are necessary in that sense. I got a lot of them. But of course, parents spank when they were disappointed or upset. AP with the $5 says, Slew AP says, men aren't inherently violent. However, we have a higher propensity for violence when it comes to conflict resolution. This situation is unfortunate. AP, that's the thing. We starting to bump our heads, right? Because when women get in their relationships, when they lesbians, what do we say? They have the most domestic violence.
Clearly.
So that's why I'm looking at this right here, and I'm like, well, no. It doesn't make sense, because when they have the opportunities, right, we make sure to use the statistic to say, no, this is how they actually do. When they have the advantage, we say, no, they hurt the kids the most. And when a man is disadvantaged, he won't act violently. So now it sounds like it's about who has the advantage in a given situation.
That's the logic. No one's going to enact violence against something that they're not sure they can beat.
That makes him a coward.
That's immoral or a principle argument.
Yeah. That doesn't make you.
That's a principle.
That has nothing to do with logic.
Yeah, and that doesn't, and that's discretionary. So your definition of coward is totally different than somebody else's definition of coward.
Yeah,
it's not universal.
No, he's not brave. Can I say that?
Sure. Logic doesn't give a shit. No. Logic says he's surviving.
Brave is being afraid and doing it anyway.
No, I mean, no, brave does. I don't think bravery requires fear.
Fear? Hell yeah.
I don't think bravery requires fear.
That's how you know somebody's brave. Right? There's a level of fear that most people wouldn't go because most people are afraid, right? So when we look at that situation, most people are afraid to go into it. That's why we know who's brave, because the baseline is fear.
Yeah, but then, I mean, are we saying that insanity is the same, right? Because, like, I mean, if I'm not, so let's say, right, I'm a dog trainer, right?
Yes.
That same vicious, violent dog, I'm not afraid of it because I have the training and I have the experience. Does it make me any less brave because I can handle the dog than the person that's untrained? That's why I'm asking that question.
Well, yeah, I mean, Miss Fantastic, when you go into the boxing ring, right? You know, those butterflies and all that shit, and I can't get clipped. That's fear. Right? Mike Tyson said that he was afraid every single match he went into. You can't tell. But that's where the rubber meets the road. That's why you had those people are brave in that instance when everybody else is afraid. That's how you know fear or afraid is a part of the equation. You know, because the baseline is I ain't going. And then that person goes. They had to overcome that sentiment that's shared amongst most people. That's how I baseline it.
Is fear and bravery, are they emotions? Specifically fear.
I'm not sure. I think so. Maybe.
Tis.
Chris J with the $5 says, "What's a 10 to you might be a 3 to me." Me, ellipsis. Stop playing with people thinking they're sweet. The internet can't protect you anymore. Mm-hmm. No, I agree. Aaron with the $2 says, "The ladies in the Discord understood my 90% thesis." Kurt with the $5 says, "Does the panel think this violence would have happened if no guns were involved?"
Of course, that doesn't stop them in the UK. So you get knifed up too.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't knife you up, they can just jump you.
So you're only violent when the gun is presented? No.
No, you asked the question. I would say this: if a man has made up in his mind where he's willing to delete another man, yes, it will occur without the weapons. If you're mad to the point of where you're willing to take a life with a weapon, you're at the very least willing to fight that man without them.
I think it's the other way, right, Ms. Fantastic? If I'm willing to fight you, I'm definitely willing to use a weapon. If I'm willing to use a weapon, I can't guarantee you ready to bang out.
No. Oh, no. I say it's the inverse. If I'm willing to fight you, I want to beat you up. I don't want to kill you. If we got problems with words and so on and so forth, right? And it's just, me and you, like you say it all the time. You get the example, right? Even in the case of road rage, right? Hey, a motherfucker hop out that car, right? And you threatening me and so on and so forth. Hey, I'm willing to shoot you first because you're coming at me on the road. I don't know. You catch me in a good mood, I'm willing to put the gun away and beat your motherfucking ass, right? All right. Now that's what I'm saying. I'm willing to fight you, but if I'm willing to fight you, I'm not willing to necessarily take it to the next level of taking your life from you. You see what I'm saying? It's the inverse. Because that person that hops out of his car like an idiot, he looking to fight. He not looking to kill. He not even thinking about that. He don't know that he is in the risk of getting killed though. He's not even thinking at that elevated level. He just want the what you call it? The instant gratification of getting his frustrations out through physical fisticuffs and shit. He not thinking about taking nobody's life.
I would agree, except for the fact that when someone loses a fist fight, they return to the fist fight with a gun. They don't return with a fist fight to go back into fisticuffs. If there were no gun, they would not be coming back. So the gun is not only the great equalizer, the great enabler.
Yeah, again, that's not most situations either, though. Even still, we say that, but most people are not smoking nobody over getting beat up. Every club would be shut down if that was the case.
I guess the reason why I understand your premise, I disagree simply because we call weapons the equalizer.
Right.
So he knows he's not equal, which is why he gets the hammer. Like niggas saying, I'm not fighting. Well, one, they don't really fight, right? But they got the hammer so they don't have to fight. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Changes their perception of their probability of success that would otherwise lead them into the logical self-preservation mode of leaving.
Because you can't get over on me otherwise, right? AP with the $5 says, I think most men do a risk assessment, then threat assessment, and then respond, then react. One person assessed wrong and the other overreacted. I think that's a good breakdown. Rainbow Kid with the $5 says, the men who didn't have kids were casually walking away from the burning plane. I was flabbergasted. Is that the average man? Somebody show me this video.
I'll pull it up.
What up, buzzing, bird flipping dozen. Holla at your boy, but your cousin was.
Azika bin Israel in the building. Shalom, Aunt Gifted One. This might be risky membership, man. Whoever got blessed with it, please maintain it. Salute to y'all. We are now at the 3-hour mark. If y'all would like to extend this show, y'all hit the Cash App with the $60. Else we will see y'all tomorrow bright and early. DC is upcoming, man. We'll give y'all about 10 minutes to see if we can get it done. I want to see this video. If not, we will reconvene tomorrow. You heard? But I now see what I thought my sentiment was going to be at the end of this show is I'm more confused about us than the women. We know they could do diabolical shit for sure if we're saying capability, and everybody should agree to that, right? Chris said it earlier where it's human, most likely, right? Because we look at devious shit, diabolical shit. There's several instances in the earth where men did the most egregious shit you could think about, right? And then we see, hold on a minute, that's not showing. And then we see, Aaron, that's yours. Aaron, can you remove it? You know, and then we look at these cases where we just see this nasty ass diabolical shit from these women. And I think the reason why it pulls on the heartstrings more is because it's dealing with kids. The kids shit just seem like it's so off limits, right? But we've seen this day and age where niggas was kidnapping they ops kids. Go ahead.
You okay? No, he's not.
You're right. Leave room for the fire truck. Watch out for the fire truck. Everybody, remain calm. Fire's here. Fire's here. Everybody head towards the west, the east side of the runway, please. East side of the runway.
Okay.
What's the problem?
Yeah, it looked pretty regular, I guess. I guess it looked regular. And I'm just saying, you trying to clear out a plane is probably systematic. Or you're right. Like you go this row, this row, this row, this row, this row, you know?
If we got to consider the mindset of the people coming off that plane. Was that plane formerly airborne?
No, if I recall correctly, they said it caught on fire before it took off.
Before takeoff?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'm sure at some point they said when the masks come down out of the ceiling, put yours on first, then put one on the, help others. That's the initial mindset that they're put in as soon as catastrophe struck. It's going to carry. People are panicking, man. A plane is on fire. They don't know about how planes explode. They don't know the sign. Their mind, listen, when you say everybody got a plane to get bopped in the beak, these people got bopped in the beak.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
No, I mean, I understand it. I understand it. I don't know. Like, is that because if all this shit is nurtured in us, pause, or out of us, like, just the effects on the decisions that we made are dire. You know, like, I don't know.
Most men are not superheroes. That's why superheroes are super. Most men, what their responsibility to society is, creating ways to prevent the need for the superhero to even show up in the first place.
Okay. That's the end all of it.
It's the simplest way to marry logic, emotion, and principle that I can think of that would make sense of it all.
Okay. Well, if that's it, yeah. Send me the video. Send me that. Submit a video. Okay. All right. I mean, look. So the women's requests seemingly make sense, right? If most men ain't superheroes, they ain't trying to be. We have societal constructs that make everybody pretty safe, right? And there's not a need for just women. It seems like it's a need for everybody. Most men couldn't protect themselves; they needed to anyway. So there's no reason why women should be expecting protection.
Where do you get that from what was said?
I'm just thinking about all of it more so, right?
Women-
Like you said, there's constructs put in place to which we don't need superheroes, right? We want to make sure the need for superheroes is mitigated, right? And that's by normalizing, stabilizing, and civilizing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
that doesn't eliminate the need for someone to protect their own self, nor does it eliminate the instinct or the reflex for someone to protect their own self in the case of being faced with catastrophe. When I talk about superheroes, I'm talking about the propensity to save others, lots of others, even at the risk of your own demise.
Yeah, I've seen a deer bite his leg off to get free.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I mean
That
that's expected, right? That's
Right.
expected. But I'm talking about what make a man a man. You talking about protecting yourself. I 100% understand that the overwhelming majority of the populace is going to do their best to save their life, right? But I thought what differentiates us is that prowess, that natural protective instinct to make sure, at the very least, the people around you are as good as they can be.
Your family and wife, the people around you is different.
And
That's where you
kids.
start getting into your kids.
Aaron, if men are going to your kids, if we go to your possessive pronoun, that ain't the men that I thought we were. That's all I'm saying. I thought that if a kid was being accosted in front of Aaron, he would do something about it.
100%.
But if the possessive pronoun exists, then that can't be true.
Well,
I'm not saying for you specifically, but right. If it's only the things that belong to us, right? Just not the men I thought we was. That's all. And then in the same breath, right? Because I just want you to respond in total. And then in the same breath, I smoke you, my nigga, for talking to me crazy on YouTube. That shit don't add up to me.
It adds up because you're talking about two different populations that are in the minority. I will concede to the fact that men aren't what you thought we were. Yes, which is why superheroes are rare. Most men will only protect themselves and then their seed and then the woman that gave them the seed. The buck stops there, and maybe mom if she's still around. The buck stops there. But that's the difference between a man and superheroes. Furthermore, the man that'll smoke your boots for your boots is also in the minority. He's a man. Most men wouldn't do that. That is the antithesis of the superhero. He's the super villain, as it were. But these populations are in the minority and cannot be used to define men definitively. Men are neither.
Beans, what's good, my brother? How you? I got to reply. I just didn't want to wait because we was going back. I just want to make sure Beans get in.
For sure.
I'm gonna be out. Peace, man.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, be safe.
Chris, wait a minute.
I'm about to get out of here.
Yeah, I agree with what Fantastic said. I just wanted to make sure I got that in real quick.
Sure.
About, well, let me just say it this way: the penalties for 9-1, the penalties for discharging, and the penalties for possessing a firearm are way more severe than for fighting. As a matter of fact, I don't even think I ever known anybody who ever went to jail for fighting. Any one of y'all ever been locked up for fighting? For
Me.
fighting, not like something.
I have.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, that's one, right? So, I think just because a person is willing to fight, don't mean they willing to shoot. I know I was one of those people. I did shoot, but I was intentionally missing because I never really wanted to take a life. You know, the other thing is times have changed. People are reacting to the society as it is and as it's presenting itself. You can't have the same expectations that you once had. But I think when it's all said and done, I think in the heat of the moment, maybe like when the cameras ain't rolling, people will still be what you think they are. I used to say all the time, I'm done interfering with these women, which I really am. But I remember the last time when I was on my last job, this couple was fighting in the gas station, and I said something, you know, man, y'all cut that out. And he was like, man, won't you just mind your business? And she was looking like, yeah, what he said. I'm talking about they in the car going at it, right? In the gas station. So I go into the gas station, I just let the people in the gas station know, hey, look, these people out here fighting in this car. I just want y'all to be aware because of your surroundings. And, you know, it was a white lady, of course. Do we need to call the police? Nah, don't call the police. You know, they good. I'm just letting you know so you're aware of your surroundings, you know, because anything can happen. So all that crap that I talked in that moment, I felt like I wanted to do something. You know what I'm saying? So I think you still will get that from people, honestly. If the moment arrives, but when the cameras is rolling, you might get a different approach because people are trying to fit in.
Do you think men are inherently violent beings?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting old. I don't know what inherently means. Like I understand how to use it, but I don't know exactly what it means. And that makes me not want to give an answer. I could, if you could look it up.
So just naturally, like a natural trait, inherently means like just a natural trait or something. You don't have to be taught it. It's just something that you inherit and you know.
So born with it.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. I've seen a video of, well, this was a girl, so I can't use it, but babies will beat your ass. Take something from a baby and watch what happens. A baby will scratch and claw and bite and rough you up. All right. So yeah, I'm just gonna say, and they probably ain't never seen a fight in their life. But take something from a baby and watch what happens. Yeah. So yes, I think it is inherently in you. DNA is a mug, but I think it's inherently in us to be violent because violent is just exacting a feeling.
So you fuck them kids without saying fuck the kids.
So you think it's in men and women?
Oh, absolutely.
At the same level?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, right? I was kind of saying this. I don't know if I was super clear, Beans, but I was saying we use a statistic about domestic abuse being more prevalent in lesbian relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just based on who you can compete with, right? So since they can fight each other, they fight each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And then we were saying if a man is outmatched, which hurt my feelings, he ain't gonna fight. But if he got the upper hand, he more willing to do so.
Right. Well, and I see that I would probably just concede that it's the majority, but I'm not like that. Right. So if I feel like I can't win, I won't fight. There's no sense in me going and getting my ass kicked. I don't think I can win, which means I'm going to lose. Right. But if I know I could beat you, that makes me not really want to fight.
You think?
See what I'm saying?
Because
like
picking
becomes
on
like
people.
bullying. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like if you talking crazy, like you really want to get it in, then let's get it in. But I'm saying like, you know, you ain't got a chance with me and you really don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke either.
Okay. Oh, that's so you saying you'll do this shit like you better chill. Like nigga, you better chill out, my nigga. Like that type of shit.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And then if you had a disadvantage, you would chill.
Absolutely. I'm not running up on HAMP. I'm not running up on Fantastic. I'm not running up on Big Aaron. That's what I got brothers for. Right? Like it just is what it is. That's what that's for.
That's what that's for.
Absolutely. What the hell else is a brother good for? Let's just be honest, bro. Besides helping you stone people out. That ain't good for shit else.
Yeah, that's a fact. My brothers,
What?
my brothers ain't asking no question about nothing.
That's it.
You
know?
Yeah. Now,
but I am different though. I will say that most of the guys I know is not like me. You know what I'm saying? Most of the guys I know, my cousins, my brothers, they would shoot some shit and have.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Let me get your 2 cents. Did you see the video of the lady? Oh, go ahead, Aaron. Go ahead. The lady who they found the 2 kids in the trunk.
All those bodies was kids.
Yeah, 7 and 4, I think 7 and 5. 17 pounds and 20 pounds.
Are they trying to say they were her kids?
They were her sister's kids. We watched the video pretty much. It was like 40 minutes or so. We watched the video. So it was her sister's kids. She was taking care of them for a year or so, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she had them wrapped up in the trunk, dead for, were they dead for how long? Did it say, Aaron?
5 months and 2 months or something of that effect.
Yeah,
5
months
and 3
and
months,
2 months.
Yeah,
they were decomposing.
Yeah, 4 or
Cops
5
found
months.
it, ripped open the bag, and etc. And that's a hyperbolic example. They gave her 50 years basically with the possibility of parole.
For what?
Murder. Murder. Was it murder? She had a bunch of charges. Murder.
Child neglect.
Yeah, it was like 14 felonies. It was a whole bunch.
Yeah. Disposal of a body. You know they get all them charges.
So we're convinced, and I'm talking about the panel, we're convinced that she committed a crime.
Yeah, so in the video it says
she admits she called. Go ahead, my bad.
No, I was just saying she beat them. She beat them.
Yeah.
Blunt force trauma killed them, along with like being malnourished and such.
Yeah. So she was directly responsible for it, and she admitted it herself.
You know what? That is wild. Not necessarily the story, but the connection to a story that I'm about to do as soon as I get off YouTube punishment. It was a story from a few years ago, but it wasn't this tragic. It was a young girl who left her kids in the hotel so she can go to work. And the baby daddy was the one who called the police on her. They locked her up and charged her with child endangerment. And a bunch of people, they started a GoFundMe, sent her like 160 racks, and they dismissed the charges. In my mind, I'm wondering, like, all the news reports are just saying they dismissed it, but no actual answer to why they dismissed it. Right? So I'm looking at this situation and I'm saying, okay, this is a whole nother situation. These kids ended up, they're not here no more. Right? Do you look at that situation and say, we need to punish hard for this because it could end up like this? Or do you say, nope,
no,
these are two totally different situations?
You saying deter the behavior, curtail the behavior before it gets that far.
It seems like that's the rhetoric that they use for men. Right? It seems like that's the rhetoric that they use on men all the time. Right? I heard people saying that around the Carmelo Anthony case. He need to get this, and this, and this, and this, so that from here on out,
this shit don't happen again.
Right? Not that I think that the young lady who was going to work, her daughter was 10. She had a 10-year-old and a 3-year-old. I mean, is 10 old enough? Maybe, yeah. Maybe
10 is 10 based on how 10-year-olds function. It's like right there, right? Like it's like right there, like where if you like for instance, you run into the store, Beans, it's 5 minutes away. You got a 10-year-old there. Even 3-year-olds function pretty highly, right? If somebody ran to the store, I'd be like, if I was just talking to them, I'd be like, yo, be careful. You know what I mean? But you're not like you wilding per se, right?
Right.
You know, you have, and then because it used to happen to us, right? Keep it tall, you know. But now they got cameras. I can lock the door, right? I can lock the door from wherever I'm at. So it just, you know, you got the cameras everywhere, all types of shit, you know. But for how long? I guess the time frame is also how you make a determination. But
yeah, she was definitely gonna be gone for hours. She said the job was right up the street. They was living in a motel. You know, I mean, she was light skinned with pink lips. I just didn't understand why she needed to live like that. But it's I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. What? What? I just don't know how to feel about it because I don't think that she should have been locked up either. But I do want an explanation of why y'all just drop charges when it comes to women. Right? If we have all this data that shows that women are as violent, if not more violent, than men are, they can't duplicate the extremities of our violence, but they are as violent, if not more. So why are you still punishing men more severely? I just don't understand.
That's what we were saying earlier. That's societal. It's baked into the cake, as you say, right? So unfortunately, women are seen as the lesser vessel, victims, innocent, all these different things, weaker and victims. So being that women are always going to be seen as the victims, that's why we get the thing as to where the punishments are always greater for the men, because the men are seen naturally as aggressors and perpetrators.
Yeah, but fantastic. I'm not arguing against you, right? Because I know that you know this, but that doesn't make any sense when we live in a society where you keep trying to say we equal, where you keep trying to push egalitarianism, where you keep telling men to lean in, right? See them past their bodies, all this other stuff that you tell us, right? They ain't these weak people. They can do it too. Military, they can do it. Firefighter, they can do it. Police officer, they can do it. Coal miner, underwater electrician, they can do it.
Water electrician.
I'm just saying, like,
what a shocking example.
What are we talking about? That, you know, it's like I don't know if I told you this before, Hamp. In 2015, I was living in Iowa. I called a DV. My homeboy, his daughter called a DV at the same time. It was damn near like the same night, right? The whole time was, I ain't guilty. She on the scene was saying, yeah, I did it. They still dropped the charges against her because he wasn't going to testify. My old lady said, I'm not going to testify. It don't matter, the state picking it up. This is what I'm saying. It's when we try to have an argument about whether or not red pill is what's making men hate women, I'm like, it's a lot of other stuff that pre-existed that is causing this, right? And this is part of it, man. 50 years for 2 bodies, 2 kids.
That's not enough. Like I said,
it's a human thing, because a lot of the states now, they have a mandatory where usually they have to take both the man and the woman when it's a domestic violence situation. even if the rules say one thing, a lot of the time it's up to the DA's discretion or the officers.
So what do you think is going to happen when the prosecutor is a woman? Right?
I don't even think it really matters, a man or a woman. It doesn't really change what's going to happen, most likely.
No, it does. Yeah. Take it from somebody that's been there.
Yeah, I think the reason why you always hear the sentiment, they pick it up in DV cases because they know the victim is like, the victim don't know they're a victim, or the victim has a soft spot for the accused and etc. So something like the case does it, the state does to protect the victim in those situations.
But they can't but they don't ever, in my opinion, and this is hyperbolic, but I'm gonna just say it, they don't ever ascertain who's the real victim. How do you come to a scene where there's a quote unquote domestic dispute? The man is there with scratches and bruises. The woman don't have a single blot on her, but she's the victim.
That's the thing. That's what we were talking about earlier, Bean. It's men who make the laws majority and exact the punishment majority, right? It's mostly men who are the judges and etc. And we are deferential to the women. The male officers that show up, we show deference, grace. The double standard exists, and it's mostly perpetuated by men. I'm almost asking, is it a double standard that we just need to accept, since we as men, we're unwilling to change it?
No, because I don't think to your point, you can't, to Fantastic's point about how society is ran, then you can't say at the same time, but these guys over here are making their own decision. No, those guys those police officers came from the same society that Fantastic just talked about, where we see women as these weaker vessels. So it's not necessarily about them per se, it's the society. So if you change society, then they will have to change as well. You can't just go to a scene and say, oh, it's a black guy, you going. Nope, you can't do that no more. You have to stop doing that. You have to understand that more often than not, more than half of the time, there's mutual combat. There is no men just yawning, waking up and start swinging. That's not what's happening.
Yeah. No, I mean, I understand. I understand it. I'm just looking at double standards that we accept, double standards that we think need to change, and are the ones that
we accept.
Sex.
What about it?
Men, judgment on men as opposed to the judgment on women for promiscuous sex.
You think that's a double standard?
Yeah, I think so.
Wait a minute. I thought I could be wrong. I'm getting old. God damn it. I thought the point of a double standard was that it was illogical.
Benefit. I don't think so. I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. I just think
imbalance.
Huh?
I think a double standard, it's not that it's illogical, it's just that it's fundamentally imbalanced, like in a vacuum. There's a standard for one side that isn't held for the other, creating a fundamental imbalance in a vacuum.
Okay, I think I like it. Imbalance makes sense. Yeah, imbalance makes sense.
The definition is reading a rule or principle which is unfairly. There you go. So let me remove illogical and say unfair.
I agree with that.
So a rule or principle which is unfairly applied to different people.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay. The sex standard is not unfairly applied.
Okay.
It is absolutely fairly applied because it
In a
makes
vacuum?
absolute sense.
In a vacuum, or with all things considered?
I don't know. You gotta stop using those
I mean, in a vacuum, just looking at a one-to-one comparison, it would be unfairly. But then when you consider all the other variables that exist, then it becomes
yes, that's it. Yes.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, yes. Because yes, it's not unfair.
Yeah.
You know why I know it's not unfair? I just did a short, right? So in the one video, the girl is explaining that, shout out to her too, Cassandra. She's explaining that women are creating this problem by saying, if a man flirts with me and I'm not attracted to him, that's harassment.
Yeah, I've heard that before. That's wild.
Right? But then on the other hand, you have these women who are absolutely, I'm talking butt ugly unattractive. And yet they have the audacity to require 6 figures. That's harassment.
Not the monkey dogs and mud ducks.
So I'm just, if you're gonna say this is harassment, that this guy who should know that he's not attractive enough to approach you, then this woman who knows she's not enough to require this from a man also shouldn't have that standard. Yeah, I'm making it fit, but it's fitting to me. So that's why to me, the sex thing is not, I don't think it's unfair. It makes absolute sense. That's why it's not unfair. It makes, you're a woman, for all intents and purposes, for the best of them, you're the most beautiful thing on the planet. Nothing's more beautiful than you. Not the sunrise, not the moon, not mountains, waterfalls. Nothing is more beautiful than you. So it makes absolutely no sense for you to give that away as much as a man would give something away. It doesn't make any sense at all. Not to mention the fact that women believe that sex isn't an equal exchange. They believe they're giving something away and the man is getting something out of it. So how could it be unfair for me to judge you by giving something away more so? It doesn't, there's nothing unfair about that.
Okay. I understand your logic. I mean, that was just one that usually pops in my head about the double standard of the judgment cast. But I guess to your point, what are the actual consequences? Nothing, right? We still say they still get married, right? They still get what they, so I think it's more just talk. Like it's more just talk because men are willing to accept, the woman that they like.
Why did you say that? Why did you bring that up? Damn, I forgot. You brought the double standard up for a reason. You was making.
You were saying what was a double standard in the inverse from men to women, women to men? Yeah, I was saying, should we do away with all double standards?
Oh yeah. Should we do away with all of them? I don't know, man. That's a good ass question. That's why I said I needed an example of one. Because some of them, I think they not actually that. People just don't like it, and so they call it that.
Okay.
When you say do away with all double standards, you mean do away with the concept, or do away with anything that is a double standard and equalize the entire playing field?
Like, should we equalize all of it, or do we accept what? Do we accept them, or do we equalize the playing field in totality if we want to do away with double standards?
I don't think we equalize the playing field in totality. I think we apply standards as they best benefit human existence and human evolution. Because we're different, you can't equalize it across a playing field. Fundamentally, right there, biology won't let you.
But the only thing is, right, the acknowledgement that we are different is in limbo. Right. So
whose fault is that? The men?
Yeah.
Damn. I knew you was gonna say
even if they didn't, they allowed it. You know what I'm saying? Even if they didn't, they allowed it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So now if everybody were to acknowledge we have different strengths and weaknesses, we are different. You need handicaps here. I need handicaps there, then the double standards would make sense, and everybody would appreciate the fact that, hey, we qualify for each gender differently. But if I can do whatever you can do, I could do better, and all this other, that's not going. The double standards become a detriment without the acknowledgement.
Look at you making arguments for welfare. You ain't slick. I heard that. I heard that. You heard him. I think he just called it handicaps. It's the same thing, though.
It's the same thing. Yeah. No, I mean, when we were having that conversation, Mr. Fantastic wasn't here for sure. When we were talking about like the Section 8 and the different handicaps or welfares and all that, and we were literally talking about, I find a loophole for this, loophole for that, loophole for this, loophole for that, and then they find a loophole for this, but it's easy to see government cheese, right? That's easy to see. Like, hey, nigga, you can't be on government cheese forever. Right. But I've been finding loophole after loop every single year, right? Because the rule we live by in sports and things like taxes and stuff like that, right? The loophole, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So when does that become less true? Because I got free housing. Like when we was having that conversation, that conversation, like, cause I don't think I agreed overwhelmingly, but when it was being broken down that day, Beans, I wish I could reference the show so Mr. Fantastic can like go watch it. I'm like, God damn, I can't remember what show it was. For some reason, Mr. Fantastic wasn't here. I don't know if it was a Monday show. It probably was. It probably a Friday show.
It was a Friday.
Yeah. And I'm like, damn. That shit make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean, look,
I gotta go.
When you think about the inherited violence thing, what would men be without it? Even though I'm making the argument that women are also this thing, but what would men be without it? The things that are expected of men, they couldn't even provide that without it. They have to be it. They have to have inherent violence because they couldn't be the protectors that everybody wants us to be. There's no way it can happen if you don't have that.
Yeah, that was part of my initial sentiments.
look, fight or flight is real. I don't know if everybody know that, but
yeah,
a lot of people be talking stuff until you get into a situation, you just don't know what you would do.
Right.
Don't know what you would do. Like I say, every single time, and it wasn't that many, it was only like 3 different times that I had to pull the trigger, I was intentionally missing. Just the thought of my bullet being the one striking this person down. And here's the thing about it, they was never my beefs. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't never personal. I'm riding out with the mob. So I really didn't want to do it, you know? Yeah. It's hard for me to kill bugs sometimes, man. The flying ones, I get them out of here. But the crawling ones, it'd be hard to step on them sometimes. Like, damn, man.
Oh, I liberate them all. I've taken enough life, man.
I don't even be want to look. I'll be like, ugh.
Nah, just get a piece of paper, crawl your ass up here, open a window or a door, out you go.
Yeah. Interesting, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button now if you can. That helps the channel the most. I don't know, interesting for sure, man. I think one thing I'm still kind of mulling over is like the nature of us as men, and you guys are right. I mean, I just have to accept it. But it's gives me cause for pause. Just having an expectation that isn't shared nor isn't true. So I'm just thinking through it, man. I'm just thinking through it. What you think, Gary, man? Any final thoughts, Playboy?
Yeah, as far as the accountability in the courts when it comes between men and women, I think not us just accepting it as status quo isn't going to help. I think advocate for the change so it does happen, because that's what people thought for a long time with the police until people kept talking about it, recording situations happen, and now we have body cams, so we're able to hold them accountable as much as we can so far. So, yes, there's still problems, but change does happen. But we can't just remain quiet and then just accept it as it is. We got to keep talking about it to make it happen.
Yeah, I understand it. What you say, Bean? Sorry.
I said you're gonna have to pay for it.
Hell yeah. Beans, what do you think?
I think that it is some fine sisters in the world. I mean, it's ridiculous how good some of these women look. But they are violent. It's even some of the better looking ones, the ones we call spicy and all of that. They are violent. And I'm big on accountability, so they need to start locking them up. That's weird to go from y'all look so good, lock them up. But I'm just saying, like, come on, man. But shout out to homegirl who with the 2 babies. The story I'm about to do, shout out to her. I'm gonna reach out to her, see if she wanna hop on this Section 8 with them kids, man. Great show as always.
God damn.
What? Ham, she light skinned with pink lips, bro. What you want me to do?
Leave her alone.
Hell no.
Aaron, any final thoughts?
Yeah, people just have to realize, I think, who we are as humans, and as individuals. Those are 2 different things. Who you are as an individual and who we are as humans. But if you know those 2 things, you'll understand where you fit into the greater scheme of things. So in DJ Ham's case, I would submit that you're simply of the superhero class. There are people that go fight wars and they volunteer to, sacrifice their lives to go fight wars to protect something like a flag or the ground that they come from. They would also be superheroes. Or they might be terrorists, right? One man's terrorist, another man's freedom fighter. Either way, we have good and bad in all of us. men can enact violence. They probably won't. It opposes their survival instinct. Women can be evil. They probably won't. It opposes, well, you're going to have to ask a woman, but at any rate, do well by one another, continue to love one another, and all this shit will work itself out.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. It's a fantastic.
Yeah, man. Most men are capable of violence, but most men are not inherently violent. Most men in most situations are going to avoid them versus, choose that. But if forced to, most men are going to protect themselves and the people that they love and care about them, right? Like Aaron was saying, you may not save a random person. I think children, though, and they actually had a thing of that. Remember the show they used to do, the NBC thing, and the random dudes ran up and they almost beat the hell out of the guy that was messing with the little girl. So we've seen men do that, a lot of the times, right? And we talked about Cain Velasquez, what he was willing to do for his own child. Remember the dude Gary Plouch, that aired Buddy out for stealing his kid and all those different things. That was a regular, everyday man. But when pushed to it in the ultimate violation, hey, you know what I'm saying? And we all applauded him for it. So in the worst case scenarios, I think men can, meet the threat or the violation with the ultimate, the ultimate response. But I think those men are few and far in between. So that's my overall thing. Women are not inherently evil or violent, but like Beans was saying, society holds them to a different standard when they are, right? A nigga just got niggas get 40 years, 50 years for drug charges. This woman just unalived 2 children and she'll be eligible for parole, like you said, at the 85% of her time. You feel me? So just looking at those things, man, this is about women not being seen of being incapable of something that all human beings are capable of.
Back chat, Hamp.
Okay. AP said 60, not 60M, just 60. So his question was, well, the $5 is Beans. The counter question is, if we weren't inherently violent, will we need to be inherently violent? Hamp, no one paid this 60. If not, I got it. I gotta go now, brother. I appreciate it though, for sure, man. We'll get the extension. Times we do, times we don't. I think what it is it's kind of my fault because I don't be like actually ending at the 3-hour mark. So I think that it's like playing what's that shit? Like quick draw, like Russian roulette or something. So
don't start doing that, man. Don't start doing that.
I'm gonna start ending this bitch at 3 hours and 1 minute.
Don't start doing that, bro. Come on, man.
So like we've been going for 3 hours and 53 minutes. You see what I mean? Like they got me, they got me. So I can't even. And we started right on. No, I started it at like 8, like right on time. So
they talking about they got me.
So I think they ain't foolish. That's for sure.
So, y'all were up here. I was less than 10 minutes late, so
Yeah, they got the 4 hours. They got the 4 hours, man.
You got the whole drum. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna start doing. Angels at the 2. I'm gonna start yelling that shit out. Do you want to respond to this, Beans? I gotta get up out of here.
If we weren't inherently violent, would we need to be inherently violent? No, you wouldn't. We wouldn't need to be in. I think we would develop it, but we think about it. We would need to be violent at some point, right? Like it just is what it is. We're going to fight over resources, women. Well, I said that resources, but like we're going to do that in the world. I don't know why we used to do it. Now it kind of makes sense if you believe it, the stories that we are short on supplies. But I think we would just develop it over time. I don't know what it is about human beings. I think that might have been Aaron. No, I don't want to blame you if it wasn't you, who said even if you took 2 babies and put them in the most peaceful, non-violent, like just never showed them no violence, no threats, no nothing, it's all beautiful, utopia that at some point people would still turn to it. It's human nature. So
you need a contingency to cover. You need a contingency to cover the outliers because of what you stand to lose.
Man, I'm getting tired of this shit, bro. Like this, you didn't make it easier to understand. I was doing a worse job than you were, and then you just came through and was like, "Oh, and by the way, college, university words." No, I got what you said, though. Yes, I agree with you 100% that you need those words that you said for those other words that you said.
And what else? Hamp, did you see the white only town? No, I need to see that.
I saw a thumbnail with that on there. I thought it was whatchamacallit?
Message. All I say is message. You know? So jumping in Discord, continuing the conversation. Today was kind of heavy for Monday, you know, with those videos, you know what I'm saying? That shit really ain't no joke, you know. And we just wonder, like, the fact that people mind their own business so much, aside from staying back and recording, is just these behaviors, right? We already been having that shit with like the stop snitching, no snitching, and all that, and we allow a lot of shit to happen around us, man. I just wonder if we intervene, what would happen? You know, we complain about the Karens, right, and the nosy neighbors. I tell you what, there was a lady that lived across the street from me. She was nosy as hell. She called me, "Hamp, they trying to steal your lawnmower." One less lawnmower I had to buy, you know? So I don't know, man. You know, Jesus said don't call nobody good, but I just wonder, like, you can't even tell the difference no more because of how standoffish people are about who willing to help and who ain't, and mind your business shit. So we'll see, man. DC upcoming. It's gonna be amazing, man. Starting Thursday. Most High willing, I see y'all tomorrow for the POV and Risky Midday. Salute to Sherelle and the rest of the ladies, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Be safe and do the right thing, man. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Jump in the Discord. And we out.